Always on the intro.
I'm good at it, though.
I'm sorry,
okay.
something funny happened.
Yeah, you would be.
So, where we last left off, Kyber, at least 40 to 50% of Kyber was in pretty much complete ruins after 3 strange pulses, which the party has a pretty good idea probably originated from the rod that had been placed by Christian, or Arkroth as they now know him. Went and devastated the city, causing buildings to collapse and many, many people to die. They were then gathered together by Councilman Antoinette, as well as some other guards and members of the Freelance Association who were attempting to help and gather people, help the injured, try to start the process to rebuild. Councilman Antoinette spoke to the party upon hearing from Grace, one of the members of the Agents of Overshore, another group of the Freelancers Association, that she had some contacts in Overshore that maybe they could go and get some help, get some money to help, pay for the costs of rebuilding, maybe some materials, food, supplies, whatever they needed, hopefully. But she couldn't go alone. It would be a lot for one person to try to handle a wagon that whole trip, as well as the dangers that occurred on the road. Bandits, other things, wild animals. And, well, she needed some assistance. With the other members of the Agents of Overshore already occupied with the relief efforts, Councilman Antoinette turned to the Blue Devils and asked if they would escort Grace all the way to Overshore in an attempt to get some assistance.
Naturally, we said no.
Yes, naturally they said no.
And
And then they stopped and we were done and that was the end of the game.
I mean, pretty satisfying conclusion. I'd rate it up 4 out of 10.
All right. But they did actually accept, and halfway through their journey, about 3.5 weeks in, they all of a sudden discovered that Grace was staring at a map. A strange map. Not a map that led to Overshore, which in reality wouldn't need a map because the road from Kyber to Overshore is pretty well traveled and wide and easily and marked in very key points, so it's easy to get there. So why did she have a map? Well, upon questioning her, she came clean and said that, sorry guys, I don't really have any contacts in Overshore, but I do have a way we can get all the treasure we need to help Kyber. And she explained to them the story of how her father, her grandfather, and her great-grandfather all had been hunting the lost mines of the Minotaur. Okay? Which, as legend would have it, is actually a dwarven stronghold underground somewhere between Overshore and Kyber that apparently was abandoned by the dwarves and taken over by a Minotaur many hundreds of years in the past. No one had ever found its exact location, but she admitted that her family was obsessed with it, and all she wanted to do is prove it existed, and she thinks she has found where it is supposed to be on this map. So the party, eventually, reluctantly, forgiving her, decided to follow her. And lo and behold, her research was right. They did indeed find an entrance that led down, down, down through some tunnels that ran underneath the earth, leading them very deep into the earth, until eventually they came upon some huge double stone doors that led into what would have been an old dwarven stronghold. They had found the lost mines of the Minotaur, and they entered.
So now it's called the Mines of the Minotaur.
Now it's found Mines of the Minotaur. There you go. Yep. But following some notes on the map and some brief discussion, the party began to explore, taking the path to the right down towards a fountain that had 2 branching paths where they took the path to the left, which led them into a large open chamber that had pools of acid in it. And within the largest pool of acid, there was an obvious stone-worked platform. And in the center of that platform, a glowing stone of some type. It was about 30 feet or so from the shore of that platform, and there was maybe a couple stones in there that could be used to kind of jump across. But Gold, thinking quick and not trusting it, especially since Patch did a little investigation on these pools, dropped some cloth in, and sure enough, these are acid. Decided maybe it would be best if he just misty-stepped his way across. But as soon as he landed on that platform, those two small stones that could have been used to hop across, and one large boulder that was quite close to the platform, began to move straight towards him. And that is where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that in this house we...
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
That was. Huh?
Initiative.
We roll for initiative.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's a good roll there.
I got roll.
Mine was okay.
Did the oopsie daisies.
Yeah, you did an oopsie, all right.
Yeah,
I think it's the new mat. I don't like
No,
me.
yeah, that's the mat. Yeah,
14. Mat 3.
5 rolls. His best roll's been a 14.
That's a 7.
He's experiencing fair dice rolls for the
All right. So, let's go around the room here.
Damn it.
Patch, what is your initiative?
11.
11. Leon,
22.
22. Gold is also going to be running Persephone.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to roll for
Roll
percent.
for Persephone.
5.
5.
Yay.
Gold, what did you get for you?
16.
16. And Tomer.
3.
3. All right.
Number 3.
There we are.
Number 3. Why are you putting up 4?
Did you not see Shrek 1?
Wait, he does put up 4. Felonious.
Amateur.
So,
You were saying.
Leon,
Hello.
you, sir, are first up.
So, can you give me like a spotlight on the general locations of these rocks?
Absolutely. So, what happens, I will actually reveal what you see.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
They're also upside down. That's how I know.
How cool if you had a blood harvest.
I no.
Character development.
Yeah, get a gun.
That was super random. What are you doing for your turn?
I should use guns in both campaigns. Clearly, yeah.
That's what his turn is. He's just making a comment to go.
Leon's
He's
just
getting
like,
lunged at by 2 giant slimes. He's like, hey, it'd be pretty cool if you had a gun.
You should get a gun, Gold.
Gold's like, what the fuck is a gun?
Pass.
What the
Lore question, Jason. Do guns
Yes.
exist in this world?
Not that you know of.
God, mother. That's the same answer I give my players.
You're speaking gibberish then.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All
Dude,
right.
that looks like last Wednesday night.
You sneezed that bad?
Yeah, I had allergies.
So,
Oh, I know I'm fucked.
what you find...
This is my way to get a new character.
Lamest death ever. Oh yes, the sentient acid.
So you see here, where that stone was, here, and here, as they move, the stones that they were kind of slid within shift a little bit as their own mass that was kind of in there moves
They
away.
were inside the stones the whole time.
They-
The real friends were inside the stones the whole time.
Leon, you are right back here.
Alright, I'm assuming I'm within 60 feet of the big guy.
You might be.
Probably.
I feel like I'm within 60. Okay. 60
Let's-
feet is a big distance.
60 feet is pretty decent distance, but let me take a look.
Why don't you just move 10?
Oh, I'm not moving.
Yep, you're within 60.
Alright, I'm gonna cast. Let me just make sure. Alright. Yes, I'm gonna cast preemptively. Because it's totally a spell I have access to right now. No. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the big one.
Okay.
And you're ugly. I'm gonna take like 10 seconds to try and think of an insult. I didn't have this pre-planned. Fuck. You look like a booger. That's what I have.
Your body built like Jello.
I'm using that for the next
You
one.
see the slime take a 90-degree turn and go straight.
So
Without stopping.
I need it to make a Wisdom 14 saving throw, please.
I'm surprised
We
that
all know that
works on
slimes
the-
have high wisdom scores.
Oh, I don't
They're
actually know if
very
it does
wise.
work on them or not. So
Hold on. Let me double check something.
Are they able to hear the insults?
Yeah, that's all they have to do is be able to hear. They don't have to understand it.
All right. So, what is the save again?
Wisdom 14.
Wisdom 14.
What is the anatomy of a slime? Do they have any sensory organs of any kind?
They have fat nuts.
They may just be able to like reverberate the sound waves and just hear.
So, you yell at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell. It's not like it has a mouth that's making a loud guffaw or anything like that. So it's really hard to tell what.
Am I rolling damage, though?
You can roll.
Forms a face.
This guy!
Forms a face in the slime and looks at you. Hey man, that's not cool.
I don't need to know if
I
it's
hear that
insult
enough
or
at work, man. I didn't need to hear it.
Let me say this. It doesn't
My slime
appear to take any damage
Okay.
that you can see.
It wiggles.
You could just tell me if I failed or succeeded the roll.
I could,
That'd be
but
metagaming.
yeah.
No, not really.
Sir.
Anything else you're gonna do?
How far exactly was I from it?
About 45 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna move back 10 feet.
Gonna move back 10 feet.
I have no reason
As
to stand
one
near the big
does.
fucking goopies.
Okay, so you kind of move back about 10 feet or so.
From a realistic standpoint, the slime's going to be like, hey, you did 0 damage if you shout at it.
All right, so
Give me
you
a
move
better
back.
insult,
You
puss.
move back about 10 feet, and then
It's the slime's turn.
This
Gold
one-
is dead.
Gulp.
moves up towards Gold.
Scream and run.
Come on, thing. Why does it got to do that?
Hey, Jason, that's not cool, bro.
Party foul.
Okay, there we go. There it is. All right, so it moves up towards you, Gold, and it attempts to slam into you with its form. That's a 22 to hit.
That's too high.
That is too high.
Holy
As it hits you for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Ouchie.
That's
On.
ouchie.
Okay, so
I was joking, but Gold might actually die. Like I said, scream and run.
Brother, you've taken 12.
and then
Yeah, but I took damage earlier from exploring.
Oh.
And then
That's
you
a
see it.
explorer damage.
Then you see it kind of sink a little bit beneath the surface of the acid. It's still there, as far as you can tell.
All right, that's cool, bro.
Okay.
Is it gonna try and splash acid at me?
Nope. The next one, however,
Is.
this one actually...
The big mofo.
Nope. This one actually moves up towards Patch and attempts to do the same thing.
No.
But I highly doubt a 12 is going to hit you.
That is correct, sir.
It then also kind of ducks back down beneath the acid.
I was just like, whoa! And jumps out of the...
Okay.
Trying to shoo it off like...
Then-
Go on, get.
The next one...
Oh, there's another little bitch.
Sad that his son missed his attack. They all turned towards Patch.
Devoured him instantaneously.
I've got you,
comes
son.
over towards Patch.
There are no remains.
No, stop! I was joking.
And I need a dexterity saving throw from
Oh,
you,
thank
Patch.
God! I actually have a thing for that. Let's see.
You mean the
I have to
rabbit has
figure
a
out-
dex save?
I have to figure out where it is though, because I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. Let's see, actions. I think it's called.
Is this your like bounce thing, or you can jump out the way?
No, it's something called Lucky Footwork. When you fail a dex save, you can use your reaction to roll a d4 and add it to the save, potentially turning the failure into a success.
So roll first and see if you need activated.
Alright. What is my dexterity save?
Dexterity.
Dexterity? Let's see. Alright. Rolling. Oh, that's a 21. I probably don't need it. Did I fail?
Yes.
It attempts to, as it comes up to you, it actually like splits, like it's coming almost like it's two arms, trying to kind of wrap around you and engulf you, but you happen to hop kind of out of the way of it, and it reforms again where it's now kind of sitting. Unlike the others, it is just on the rocks itself, on the actual ground, as opposed to in the acid itself. The last one of those,
There's another little bitch.
Leon, you notice one that comes out of this other pool and starts making its way towards you.
All right.
And
Must have wandered into a giant nose because this place is filled with fucking boogers.
And it manages to get all the way up to you, but
Boy,
it had to
hustle.
use its action to move that way. So it's unable to actually do anything once it gets there.
Gotcha.
Gold, you are next.
I'd like to go to the center of the platform and, I guess, investigate the stone. Does it seem like it's something that I can immediately grab? Or what's
Okay.
the situation?
So
Yes,
you're
the stone
going
is made
you're
of
going to
stone.
move over towards the center of the platform and investigate.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move
Is that
over
not half
here.
proper?
Yep.
So as you do, the one that was right next to you and attempted to hit you the first time, yeah, that's going to hit again for sure.
Oh shit.
As you take
150.
14 points of bludgeoning damage as it reaches out and whoom, strikes your leg as you're moving away, but now it is above the acid again. The large one also attempts to strike you.
Oh.
Oh, GTFO.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize it was
and
an
does an
threat area.
18 hit you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you get hit by the large one and take a total of 29
What?
acid damage
Oh, he's
I am in death saves.
already. Wow.
Yes. That is 11 more than 0.
Mm-hmm.
holy shit.
And what was your max? What was your max?
53.
53.
So that's the
Okay.
count as a death.
So
TKO.
I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
Why? He's already dying.
That's a 14.
A 14. Okay. So if you weren't down, some stuff would be happening. In fact, you know what? This is really cool, so I'm going to allow this to happen. So what happens is...
You passed this
You-
roll, but you know what?
No.
I'm going to critical.
No. You actually failed it by 1, but because of the way this works on the injury tables,
Okay.
because you only missed it by 1, you're actually at 1 hit point. And for 3 rounds, you have resistance to all damage, advantage on strength ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws, and disadvantage on dexterity ability checks and attack rolls.
Oh shit.
So all of my attack rolls.
Yeah. After 3 rounds, you gain 3 levels of exhaustion at the start of your next turn.
Hmm.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, I
And
love
balance.
being close to
As-
death regardless.
as-
Yeah.
The back left shoulder all the way down to your hip, as this other thing like reaches out and slams into you, you actually get coated by the acid that was all over it, and you now have this enormous acid burn scar down half of your back, all the way from shoulder to hip.
Girls' dick scars.
Ladies will love that.
That's one they can't see unless I'm getting pegged, Oscar.
Good to know.
Yes, very good to know. Okay. But you are still up.
Ah, cool. Could I investigate that stone, please?
You absolutely can.
Wait, hold on. You were within the big one. That was your move. Jesus.
Yes, that was
Christ.
movement. I didn't realize I was in its threatened square to begin with.
He is a large
Okay,
creature,
now,
so he's probably got 10.
What kind of armor are you wearing, by the way?
Studded leather.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
No
Cole is
llama.
naked.
So you're investigating that stone.
Yes.
It looks like it is kind of wedged in, like there's a larger stone there that has like a carved hole that this stone, which now that you're up close and see it, it looks like an emerald that is cut almost to be like an egg, but instead of smooth with facets all over it, and fits perfectly into this hole. So half of it is in the hole, the other half is about, and it's about a little bit larger than like a chicken egg. And it is sitting in that hole.
Could I interact with the object and take this?
Yes,
stuff?
absolutely.
All right, I would like to do so.
Mhm.
Then use the rest of my movement to go back where I was and Misty step off this platform.
Okay. You absolutely can do that. So as you move away, you grab the stone, you move back to where you were, and you missed your step from here at the corner of the platform. You get, 30 feet?
30, yeah.
So you could go to, right about there. So you could be, the square. The square is kind of right behind Patch and in that line.
I'd like to go behind Patch. And then,
Like where? This one?
Make him free.
Sure, right there.
Okay.
Heal me,
All right. So you are right there.
I've got 35 movement. Is there any way I could just keep running away?
Let's see. You went 5, 10.
I can help you.
Technically, yes.
All right, I'd like to
So
continue
you still
running.
got 25 feet.
All right, I'm going to run away screaming in pain as acid's burning my backside.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm assuming you would use the most efficient and direct path.
Yeah, just to
So,
get the fuck away.
Use the angle. So that is the remaining 25 feet you had, which ends up putting you back close to Leon, but a little bit closer to the entrance to this tunnel.
Hey, you guys see Gold run by you holding this fucking rocks with his back just steaming.
Took the slime
Good
egg.
job.
What's up, Klein? Glad you could join us.
Hello.
All right. So that's your turn. Patch, you are up.
If you could patch him up.
All right.
Unfortunately here I'll
Can we get him roll a D100 for that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll do 100. Pick on the little guy. I'm just kidding.
So,
Technically,
I'm
Patch
trying
is
to
the little
hurt
guy.
kind of to see what's going on right here. Where am I in this?
You're right there next to you.
You up,
There's two
you up at
slides in
the
next-
edge.
Oh, that's me. Okay.
83.
Oh, I gotta pull up Persephone.
Person for now.
Oh, I might be able to cast Fireball. I haven't cast Fireball.
Yep, roll a D100. Klein agrees.
Yeah, I rolled him. Got an 83.
83. Well, that's not a
It
69.
is not, but it is 3 away. Because I
And-
thought it was over.
You
It's
know-
never over.
Yeah, that's never over. That's going to
This is
continue.
why I don't show up anymore.
Good.
All right, so, Patch,
I'm
what are you doing?
Oh, that is a great question. I am going to. Is there any other targets that are between the slimes and me? I mean, other party members.
No, there are 2 slimes. In fact, I'll rotate this around and give you more of a top-down view.
So
for
I am
you.
the next target, is what
So
I'm
there's
seeing.
these 2 that are right on you. This one here, the biggin, and then there's one way back here over by me.
I want to attack, but I know what happens next.
Run.
This is the part where you run away.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm going to.
I think it's a good part where we all run away.
I'm going to cast jump on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to bonus action rabbit hop 45 feet away.
Okay. Does that say anything about not provoking attacks? of
Does not
opportunity?
provoke attack of opportunity.
It does say that.
Yes.
Okay.
But I will read it for you just in case
Nope.
I'm wrong, because I've been wrong about simpler things. Let's see.
Gold needs a nap.
As a bonus action, you can hop 15 feet.
Several naps,
but,
actually. I think.
Jump, the thing triples it.
hmm
Without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay,
You can
go.
use this trait if your speed is greater than 0. You can use it 3 times and regain all expended uses when you finish a long.
Okay, so you can basically, because if that triples it,
Let me
double check that.
verify that.
Buddy boy, oh buddy boy.
Touch a creature, the creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends. Not concentration lasts 1 minute.
Ooh, you don't require concentration on jump?
No.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
Okay, so there we go. You can basically go
I'm going
You can go
away from the
pretty
slimes.
much- yeah.
Whatever gets me farther, because I just...
You can go all the way here, which is like
Go
10, 15 feet past where gold went.
Just... Bye!
So, Patch, yoink. Just yoinks himself all the way over
Hell
there.
no.
I prefer if you didn't yoink yourself right now.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Okay, so, Patch, anything else you're doing?
That's my action and my bonus action. So,
Okay, so you still have
actually,
your
I still have my
movement.
movement. That's so disrespectful. 75 feet of movement in a turn.
Hey, if you want to use it.
I'm going to move about half of that away, so that way I'm not like just ditching the party completely, but I am getting myself away from the slimes because
There you
I
go.
do not know what they're capable of, and I watch them just maim my friend.
So you do know what they're
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
know what they're capable of that.
on gold, yes.
Okay, so that's what you just
I'm
did.
getting a strategic position.
So, yeah, you just moved away, and that is the end of your turn.
And I say, I think we should run.
Okay, so this guy
Oh, that's right. That wasn't even his turn before. That was his opportunity. Yeah, that was just his reaction.
And
shit.
Sorry.
there he is. That's as far as he can move. Actually, he can double move,
Oh, but he can't.
but that's as far as he can go.
I think you may be in his attack range now.
Disengage.
So that's him. Persephone is up.
You know, it's not very often we get to cast Fireball with 0 repercussions. So Persephone is going to cast Fireball.
Okay, where is she placing it?
She's going to place it more or less, I guess, towards the back center of the large slime.
So like right around there?
Yeah, I guess. I don't have a great perspective. But basically, no, it's not going to hit the party, but it's going to hit that cluster of 3 slimes.
So she's going to attempt to not hit the party and try to hit... Well, there's actually 4 slimes in there because he's kind of over top of one of them, so you can't see it.
I figured the 3 that are in that general area are easy enough to hit. If I can hit that 4th one, cool.
Okay.
If not, it doesn't matter.
So, tell me where you're placing this based on the light.
You know what? Right at that light.
Right at that light. Okay. Good to know.
What's the area on that thing?
It's a 20 diameter.
20-foot diameter.
I thought it was radius.
Or 20-foot
Oh,
radius.
we're good. We're good. We're so good.
You made it. It is a good pick. As
Yes,
it is going to catch all 4 of those.
All right, I need
So-
a deck saves from all of them.
Yep, and go ahead and roll your damage while I'm rolling the
many
dex.
Tomer
saves
was
for
like
these.
opening the oven
could
door
I
right
get-
there, the blast of hot air.
4 more.
I need 4 dice.
Plus
One
more
more dice.
When they give you 10 whoppers
Is that
instead of
4 or
5
3?
whoppers.
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
No, actually, that's a 4. My bad. That's a 4.
All right, that's a 4.
My dice did good.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, that's 34 fire damage.
Woo!
34 fire damage. All right, so...
That's at least
Crispy.
Oh, yeah.
Crispy business.
So... That one... Yeah, he's gone.
Ooh.
The little ones are gone. The big one's pissed.
This one,
It
and this
absorbs their essence, it
one,
gets bigger.
Oh, shit.
and then...
We're not going to Mario this, are we?
Okay, so, as you are going, this fireball engulfs this area, and... no, don't jump.
Good job.
Yes!
Come on! This guy burns to a crisp. This guy is not looking too great. This guy is not looking too great.
What does a not great slime look like?
Slime.
I imagine it's
Some
got
of
like a chunk.
some of the acid and some of the form of it is burns away. In this case, they are burnt down to almost nothing, but they're still there. Whereas this big guy, it looks like it hurt him, but nowhere near as much as you'd expect.
He asked for seconds.
Persephone then runs the fuck away.
Persephone does a
Razor Robin.
Goodbye.
run away.
as she moves her full movement. And you're moving on the diagonal. Good.
She goes, bye, Leon.
Yep, that would be it. So she moves right there. Okay, so you guys see Persephone is now over by Gold, or past Gold, over between Patch and Gold. And then Gold is sitting there just a little ways away from Leon. And Tomer is up.
I'll firebolt that small one, and then I'm GTFO.
All right, so go ahead and roll your attack.
It's not even gonna hit. Don't even worry about it.
You have a
What'd you
plus
get?
zero,
What's your
I
total?
think.
It was 5 total, 2 plus 3.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
That
I'm
ain't
running
happening.
the hell away.
So you're running the hell away, so you're moving 30 as well.
You know what's more dangerous than the initial blast? The aftershock!
Now you roll an 18.
He's like,
3, 4,
Spider-Man.
What damn you?
6. All right, so you get there.
Go, Web, go!
That is your turn. Okay. Now, you do have another player with you. Another character, I should say, with you. 2 of them, actually.
2.
Jonathan!
We left his ass.
Oh, you left his ass
Yeah.
back.
I
But
gave him the choice.
you do have Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Grace is indeed with you right now.
What's she doing?
She is hauling ass away.
Alright, good. She can read the room.
She can read the room.
The barbarian charging it alone. All right,
I will have to drop her in there for you guys, but
Later, Grace.
yeah, but she was kind of in the middle group, and she's doing the same thing. She's hauling ass away, so she is gonna be over kind of close to where Persephone, Tomer, and Patch are. And if I can just pull her up real quick.
Glad you all are running because this is helping my next play.
Are you windwalling?
No. Something I've been wanting to use but haven't really been able to because of party placement.
Boom,
Fireball.
there she is. You now have a Grace.
A saving grace, if you will.
Well, right now she's a running Grace. Okay, so
I think that was D100 worthy.
yeah, fine. If you want to call it that, I'll roll it.
69.
67.
Would you say
Oh.
that?
Oh, that's like 3 away!
Would you say that her tombstone is a sign of grace?
Oh, gosh.
You roll.
Yes, I would.
Oh, come on, that one was actually
Roll for
good.
Elden Ring. No.
Roll.
I'll roll for Elden.
It was the same pun in slightly different context.
Mm-hmm.
77.
All right.
If I got another 7, I could have won the lottery, and Jason would have restored all my hit points.
Yes. All right, so with that being said, she moved away. It is back up to Leon's turn.
Alright, so I'm going to look towards Gold, and I am using a 2nd level spell slot casting Leon Dies on a 4. Otherwise known as Healing Word. It didn't work that great, but it did average.
Above average.
You can have 8 HP back.
Thank you, sir. May I have some more?
Next round when I can cast it again. And then I'm gonna turn to Mr. Tiny Slime
Mm-hmm.
and stabinate him twice.
Okay. So you are going to stabinate that one right next to you. Got it.
Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
You're shitting me. Okay.
These are some good slimes. 14s hit, not 12s.
Does a 14 hit?
And 14 does.
It once. Hooray! I try.
Leon dies on a 1.
Luckily, your plus was in.
Yeah, the plus is
Wacky.
good, but I never get to utilize the most. 8 damage, 8 piercing.
8 piercing damage. Okay.
And then I'm going to move
Do you believe in the heart
approximately
of the dice?
40 feet back.
Your worst
Okay.
roll is as strong as my maximum roll on my.
Yeah, but I actually have to
I gotta figure that.
All right, so you move 40 feet back.
Yeah.
2, 3.
40 feet back, yeah.
Yeah, so that is going to put you right about there.
Mhm.
And it gets an attack of opportunity as you are
gonna
running the
miss.
fuck
It's gonna
away.
miss.
Natural 20.
13.
Nope.
Damn it.
Doesn't it?
Okay.
Here I am over here getting my ass beat. Everyone else like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Okay, so
Weak ass slimes. Gold. Just fucking get his ass
He
beat.
don't do that.
Now we play
so
this skull within
now
range of the
after
big
that,
one.
it is their turn.
All of them converge.
March of the slime.
Gold's the closest one.
This-
He's gonna get caught.
This can get you.
Please don't.
That one can get there, but it had to double, so it can't do
Plan is gonna
anything.
get
This one takes a slam. Actually, you know what? No. He's going to do the other thing. So I need a dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
pass. Roll like
20.
oh.
Okay, you're fine. It does what it attempted to do to patch as it kind of splits in its form, attempts to wrap around you, and you're just kind of like hop and jump out of the way,
These guys just want a hug.
and so it doesn't actually get you. And all of the remaining ones of those have gone now because they basically just moved. It is now your turn.
Action, disengage.
Action, disengage, great. Also, the lingering acid, you take a whole 2 points of acid damage as it continues to burn slightly.
Are
you dead?
No. If Leon didn't heal me, I would be.
That's right. I forgot he healed you.
Well, you're lucky. I rolled minimum damage on that.
Ooh.
I run.
Okay,
My
so you
35.
disengage and go. Okay,
My
excellent.
dad be like, look at you groveling in the dirt. You're lucky you're also not eating it. Like,
1, 2, 3,
I don't think he's lucky.
5, 6, and you got 35 foot of movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you
It
go.
would suck if you had this cake but couldn't eat it.
It
So,
would suck
there
if
you
you were
go.
also at your birthday party and lost all of your limbs. Like, of course, duh.
All
But
right,
look at you, it's your birthday!
Patch, is your turn.
All right. I cast spike growth
Okay, excellent.
in between the midpoint between is that me right here?
You are right.
You're right here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Who's
Here.
that top, the one closest to the slimes?
That'd be Percy.
Yeah, Percy is
cast-
closest, and then it's Tomer. Percy, Tomer, and Grace are all kind of right
Actually,
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast spike growth. It's a 20-foot radius. So that's
20 foot
pretty good.
radius?
So that's 40 feet.
Approximately where do you want it based on the light?
Does it hit friendly?
I'd probably target specifically where the fucking.
Well, I don't think it exempts friends from that, so I think I gotta be careful with where.
Okay, so tell me where you want the light. Do you want it
I'd probably just
closer
do
to
it
you guys,
right where the
further from you
slimes are.
guys?
Yeah, right there. So I want to do the maximum damage because I have to move through it to take.
Mhm.
So you want right there?
Yeah, whatever's not hitting us. Like,
Well, you can. It's a heat of battle. You
fair enough, right there.
all right?
How many feet is it?
20.
Just outside. Another perfect placement. So what you guys see is those three are within it. Please list out the effects.
He casts his spell, and some briar vines with the thorns come up out of the ground and just kind of take up that area.
Okay. Okay, and do they have to make any save or anything? I mean, like,
No, there is no save. If they move through it, they take the damage.
which is?
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
That's nice.
The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against the DC
Okay,
to recognize it as hazardous terrain.
excellent. And anything else you're doing? You still have movement. And a bonus action, I believe.
Yeah, but I can't do any non-spell stuff with my bonus action besides hop again, and I don't think I need to from this distance. So I'm going to move like 10 feet back.
10 feet
Yeah,
back
that
down the
way-
hallway?
Yeah, that way I'm still
like
kind of
about-
within range of stuff, but not
There you go.
ghosting.
Okay.
All right, and
Yeah.
that's going to be my turn.
Gold doesn't need to be ghosted.
Yeah, I think he's about to be.
I ain't afraid no ghost.
All
Grace
right.
pats me on the back. That's it.
1 damage.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm more worried about these levels of exhaustion than anything else, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because is it 4 levels of exhaustion?
I wish I kept protect from poison.
No, I think you need 6
Oh, but this is
total.
different,
6
isn't
being
it?
dead.
Yeah, but 3 is what
I know, he
you
wasn't
get.
asking that.
Yeah, 6, you're dead.
Is something giving
All
you
right, so
exhaustion?
all I have to do
We're
is just
His
stay
damage
awake.
after 3 rounds, then he takes 3 levels of exhaustion
Which means
because of
this
the
is-
damage he took from the acid and the failing that save on the con save for the massive amount of damage he took.
Ouchie.
Which means this is my last turn before I am useless.
Yep. So
Wait, I was useless to begin with.
So Patch,
Yep.
bonus action or anything else? You're
Nope.
good. Okay. So
Is it the earth?
the big old gray
Vines
ooze,
come up.
the big old ooze here lumbers back into the acid pool.
Coward.
And then it is Percy's turn.
Percy's not going to waste her spell. She's just simply going to continue along the path, this time no longer running, as she no longer
just-
sees the threat.
Single movement.
Yeah.
Set the briar on fire.
Okay. So she has moved. That means it is now Tomer's turn.
Can I see, based on how I see Gold, to see how bad he looks?
Gold looks beat to fuck. He is so badly burned. You actually, as you're looking at him, when you see the burns, I mean, like some like the clothes and stuff on his back and some of the armor you can see through as it's burned through. You actually see some of like the actual shoulder blade, the bone sticking
fun.
through.
I'm going to get right next to Gold and just be ready to catch him if he falls, because he does not look in the best.
No, he is not. So you move up next to Gold.
You looking super fine.
Okay. Anything else? Just kind of preparing to catch him if he falls.
Yeah, I might. I think I still have some, unless we used them all. Yeah, we used them all. Never mind. I thought I had a healing potion, but I think I used them already.
They were getting chugged left and right in that fight with the...
Yeah, so I have no more. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch Gold in case he looks like he's gonna
Okay.
pass out.
Grace is up next, and she is just kind of staying with the group. And it is back to the top of the round with Leon.
Alright, am I within 60 feet of one of the slimes?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery. I'm going to say, have you checked a clock lately? I think it's slime for you to fuck off.
That deserves so many rolls.
Does it fail or does it succeed? Blah, blah, blah. Do I
What's the
roll?
DC again?
14 wisdom.
Okay, so this thing, as you shout at it, you see it like kind of quiver and shake, almost like jelly.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Yeah, damage. Hey, that's actually almost a max roll. 7 points of psychic damage, and the next attack it has disadvantage.
7 points. Nice. Okay. Yeah, and that one was the one that had
Been stabbed?
that you stabbed and had been up after Gold there.
Alright. And I'm going to move back.
Okay. All right, so you are continuing the retreat.
Can't get hurt if they're not close enough to hurt you. Blah, blah, blah.
Why does it have you listed as Leon the Owl?
Don't worry, I got more slime puns where that came from. I've been cooking them up here.
Okay, so you move back. I'll put you back here next to Persephone.
Okie doke.
At this point, the slimes in this wonderful thorn field begin to move a little bit, and then as they're moving, the spikes that Patch brought up through the ground seem to be kind of tearing at their being a little bit, and you're not sure. You don't hear any screams. You don't hear anything like that, but they just stop moving. This ain't fun. I ain't gonna move through this shit. So they just stop moving. So at this point, unless any of you are going to pursue the combat,
I've got one more thing I'd like to do.
Yeah,
You
same
can.
Here. Same here.
Okay. Very well. They are just not moving through this because it's not nice. So, yeah. Gold, you're next.
All right. I would like to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on the big one way off in the distance.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my...
What's the range on that?
I believe it's like 120. Or it's 90 feet.
Yeah, it's within 90.
All right. And I'm going to use my sharpshooter feature to take a -5 to hit for +10 damage.
Okay.
Fuck this slime in particular.
Look,
You
this
turn the
guy.
bow sideways for critical damage.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right, cool.
Kill it.
So that
Kill it
is
now.
D8, D6. All right, that is 12 plus 13, 25 damage.
What type of damage?
That would be piercing damage. I'm not sure.
It's just normal piercing.
I think Hunter's Mark makes at least that
Yeah,
D6 magic.
double check that.
No, it just adds an extra D6, so it
Okay.
is resisted by this slime,
25 piercing. You got it.
but still cool as fuck.
Very.
And then Gold ceremoniously begins walking off and drops to his knees and begins to suffer.
And Tomer catches you.
Hey, don't you get 2 shots?
You're right, I do!
If you want to use it.
From my grounded
this
position, I'm going to shoot again.
Or just Tomer's just like, hold on, let me aim you right.
And with the sharpshooter feat, I'm allowed to do it every shot, right?
Yeah, you are.
Or is it like reckless where you have to declare it for the
Well,
turn?
reckless you declare and then you have
Well, I'm
it
saying, is it
forever.
like reckless where you have to declare it for attacks that
hold
turn
on.
or
It's a cat.
Because I
choose?
well, the sharpshooter is a feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're shooting with your feet. All that matters is if it comes from within.
Regardless, it's a bigger number on my roll.
Yeah, you can choose. You can do it every single attack.
We're
if you
doing it
choose.
again.
Gold is feeling spiteful.
Yeah, yes.
Oh no, Gold's fucking pissed.
Fuck you, Amorphous Blob.
Douche
26 damage.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Back with a vengeance.
All right. So that's your turn. Patch.
All right.
He's fucking
now
ballistic
that
missiles.
we're in a slightly more commanding position, I'm going to try to. I'm going to thorn whip the one farthest away and pull him through.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot
What's the
of
range on Thorn Whip?
30 feet.
You're just
You're
drag
gonna
this
have to move
fucker.
closer.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll move within range of that.
Yeah, you are going to have to move.
Oh wow.
Well,
Okay.
basically,
That's a
I didn't make this the full thing, but he's actually in the spikes. Remember, it's 20 foot.
He should be in the middle, so it's 20.
Well, you put these two in the middle.
Okay, I'm not going to do the farthest one. Then I'm going to do one of the closest
Okay.
ones. The perspective makes them look like they're all around the same area.
Yeah, no. So you're gonna have to move a little bit. So in order to get in the 30-foot range, you're gonna have to move to right about there, and then you're
I'm
gonna
going
try
to
to
move
thorn whip
slightly to the side though, so that other one is going to have to travel a little bit further to
like
get
this one,
Yeah.
or further to the side.
Yeah. No, right there's fine.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to thorn whip that. Oh, is there 3 there?
Yeah, there's 3.
Okay.
There's
And
2
you said
right
they're
here.
looking pretty shitty, right?
This one back here, if I can get it to do. This one back here, and this one
So shit.
look pretty shitty. This one looks damaged, but still pretty well together.
All right. I'm going to do that left. I'm sorry. The right one.
This one, or the least damaged one.
Yeah, the one to the right of that should be the right since I'm looking
This?
at it upside down. Nope.
Oh, you're looking upside down.
The
So
first
this
one.
one.
Nope.
There's
If
one
this is
here,
the
one
middle.
here.
That one's the right. Is that one?
This is
That's
this
a
is
rock.
one.
Okay, that's just
This
the,
is another.
the glow.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
just the
there's this
glow.
one. There's 3.
Okay, so I thought that the glow on that was one of them.
Nope.
Sorry. It's hard to see through the briar. So
And
I'm going
yeah.
to do that one then. Yes.
That
the
one?
side
Okay.
one.
So, an attack roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Leaving you.
Well, honestly, it's probably better.
Daniel
than
dies on a nat 20.
No, it misses. It's a 10.
Yep, that misses.
I tried.
You still have, I'd say, about
Nice.
10 feet of movement.
First level healing word gold.
Yeah, you'd still have about 10 feet of movement as well, if you want to go
I'll move
back.
back.
Remember, you're not casting Healing Word, you're casting.
The anti-zone 4.
There you go.
Leon dies. Leon dies.
All right. So
5.
You get 5.
Actually,
Take
rolled
5.
maximum.
okay. On that note, they don't seem to be pursuing. So unless anyone else is going
I
to,
want to know
slinging stuff at them.
what's in that room, so we kind of need to
You're
clear him.
you're going to try to do that. Okay.
So through
That's
the
right. Y'all don't know I actually grabbed the key.
through the brambles and whatnot.
Mhm.
If it is my turn to do
It
stuff.
would not be your turn if you're going to continue.
All right. So whose would it be?
Percy's?
No, it is
Or is it Ajax?
big old boy here.
Big boy.
The one that's just going to keep running away? Like a bitch?
It, yeah. It makes its way
I just have so many puns saved up, man. I have to unleash them.
back into the rocks and the acid and seemingly disappears. That is its turn. Persephone is up.
Persephone has nothing that she wants to do.
Oh,
How long does your spike growth last, by the way?
10 minutes.
Okay. Concentration?
Yep.
Okay.
So you stuck in there.
If all you're going to do is sling stuff at them and they're in the spike growth, I'm not even going to bother rolling because they don't want to move out of that.
Okay, then at least let me throw a couple puns out here.
You throw some puns.
You're not even gonna say Jello? You want to be my enemy? I got lots of enemies, so you're gonna have to get in slime.
So that
It's even funnier the second slime.
Oh, God.
Pom pom.
All right, that's all that I had saved.
That's all you had. Those were pretty good.
Thank you. I don't think they were at all.
I was gonna be like, you gotta roll for at least one of them.
Yeah.
All right, roll D100. Whoa, it's a 12. That's like 3 away. The joke is so much funnier the second slime.
Mhm.
The second slime?
The second
Yeah.
slime. That's what I said.
Okay, so
Slime pun.
eventually the spike growth goes away. And between vicious mockeries, some arrows, stuff like that, those 3 are gone, the small ones. You don't know what happened to the big one. It just seemed to kind of slither away into the acid and a rock. You don't know if it's still there, if it is moving underneath the surface. If it has moved on, you do not know.
Yeah, sounds about
Would we
But you
notice
are
a
all-
new rock formation?
No, it slithered into the old one. That's where you saw it go.
It wasn't actually...
Yeah, it wasn't a rock itself.
Okay.
It was
just-
inside the rock.
Okay.
Which means if I had landed on rock, I would have been engulfed and dead immediately.
Pretty much.
One shot.
That would
That's why the big boulder, it was,
Yeah, it's
It
a
was-
nice tempting
yeah.
lure.
But it was a little further away than the 2 little rocks. So if you stepped on the little rock, yeah, it probably would have hurt pretty bad, but it wouldn't kill you right away.
Versus the other one, it's instant death.
Pretty much if you sunk into it.
Yeah, that would have been unfortunate.
Regardless, at this point, you see Gold collapse down to his knees, holding himself up by just his arms and knees, and he drops the rock in front of all of you guys on the
I'm
ground.
holding it
Ooh,
this whole
piece of
time.
candy.
I'm going to try and help him get whatever burning piece of clothing away from his skin.
It seems now like, as you go to check that out, it seems now like the acid has eaten through enough material and flesh and all that it's it's kind of diluted by the other molecules of things, such that the chemical reactions of the acid seem to have stopped. You're no longer taking additional damage. Still in a lot of pain, though.
Yes, and now 3 levels of exhausted. So I have disadvantage in everything, and I have half of my speed removed.
Boy, those things are nasty. What the heck were those?
You can always, try to do
Pull out the
checks
Pokedex.
to figure out if
Can
you
I,
What
actually know
check would that
anything.
be?
Can I do an alchemy check?
Alchemy.
Would that be a knowledge nature?
Yes. Alchemy. Alchemy might tell you more about the acid itself, not necessarily about these creatures.
Oh yeah, I want to know about the acid that has eaten
Yeah.
slowly through my buddies.
Well, that that seemed to come off the big one.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are definitely some weird creation. Weird creatures. There's some kind of nature check on that.
Yeah, I failed. It was an 8.
That's a
An
pretty nice
8?
roll there.
Okay. Well, there's varying levels of success and failure when it comes to knowledge checks.
Okay, well, I got an 8.
Okay, so
You don't know.
what you know about it.
But you failed.
What you know about it is you got just high enough to learn that the big thing is called a huge gray ooze,
Wow,
And-
how descriptive.
and the little things are another type of ooze.
I feel
But they
Max
are
would
rel-
never have seen anything like this before.
they are
so I feel
related.
kind of
They're
cheatsy doodly
yeah.
for even rolling a check on the.
they're related to it, but not quite the same. They're ooze-like, but they seem strange. They look similar to the huge gray ooze, but what they were doing was different. It's either maybe they're small gray oozes, maybe they're babies and they haven't matured, or maybe
They were green, or was that just the holder for them?
that's just what the color is of the
So they were actually gray,
yes,
rock colored.
rock colored.
No, which is why we didn't see them to begin with.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Can I roll an Arcana?
Sure, it's higher DC.
I got a natural 20 plus 3 on alchemy.
On
And I got a
Arcana.
dirty 20 on Arcana.
Dirty 20 on Arcana. Okay,
They're
so
mostly certain it's not an alchemical creature.
Well, it's just to do the research on the acid on it, try to see if we can heal the process
So-
better.
with your dirty 20, what you know is you seem to recall some stories about these huge gray oozes. These things, well, as far as weaknesses, they really don't have any. But you do know they are resistant to cold, fire, and acid.
Okay.
And
Checks out.
they also have blind sight out to 60 feet. Okay. So that's what you know about those guys. The little dudes, which I don't know why it keeps doing that every time I click on them. But, okay. The little dudes, what you know about those guys is weaknesses. They are vulnerable to cold and fire.
Oh, they're opposite.
Resistances. They are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Okay.
And they also, let's see here, they also have blind sight, but out to 120 feet.
Damn.
Would you say they have nanomachines?
No, those are
They
called
hard in response to physical trauma.
No, they're called micro machines, and those are little cars. You're too young for that.
Well, you're too uncultured
I'm-
for the
I'm-
referencing.
I'm awesome for that. Okay. Anyway, so that's what you know. Tomer.
Yeah.
What you know is that acid, it was really just these oozes seem to have kind of absorbed it by being in it. It doesn't seem to affect them really, but they've absorbed it. And through absorbing this acid, when they attack with their slam attacks that they do, that can, basically put the acid on you. It's not, you get some bludgeoning damage, but it's really the acid that's the
That's the
danger.
big
And the big one, it's not really so much the hit at all because it doesn't even actually hit you. It's almost like it's smarter. It stops short and lets almost like a wave of acid come off of it towards its target. Which is what it did to Gold. It basically it lunged at him and stopped short,
Momentum.
and all this acid flew.
So he
Into
slid you
Gold's
without
back.
even taking one on first date. How dare he?
Didn't even buy me dinner.
And you know that this is some nasty acid. He's very, very lucky because, well, if he had on like a metal armor, I'm not going to count studs on studded leather, but if he had a metal armor, well, yeah, if it's not magical, you take a -1 to the AC of that armor every time it gets hit, and if it goes down to 10, the armor is destroyed. Also, if any of you had hit the big one with a metal weapon,
Non-magical. Yes.
Non-magical metal weapon. It would take a -1 to its damage rolls, and if it drops to -5, the weapon is destroyed.
Damn.
That's what I speculated.
Okay, now the little ones didn't seem to have enough acid to do that kind of stuff, but the big one sure did.
Well, that big one was nasty.
Does anybody have a healing potion for him? I'm not going to be able to carry him throughout the whole dungeon.
I got nothing.
You're crazy if you think we're going through the rest of this dungeon. I'm in no condition to continue this.
Yeah, we should probably get Gold out of here.
Let's leave. I think we should go back to the main.
What was that you picked up, though?
A rock. You were shining.
Can I inspect the rock?
I want
Sure.
an insight check on that rock.
An insight check on the rock?
It's going to be a high DC.
No, you guys can take a look at the rock. As you're looking at it, it is an emerald. Clearly an emerald.
Fancy.
And it seems to have a slight glow to it. Once again, it is egg-shaped, except not smooth, but faceted.
Yep.
Slightly larger than like a chicken's egg, so maybe more like a duck or a goose. But instead of having like, one side's, a little bit smaller than the other, kind of fatter, it's perfectly uniform egg. And what Golden notices, it fit perfectly in that hole that it was in.
From you take one of its eggs or something?
From my past, when I used to steal stuff from like caves and stuff like this all the time, how much do you think I could get for something like this?
Like that?
Yeah.
$2.
We're trying to get supplies. I'm just saying we could sell the.
Do you have an appraiser's kit? Or
That was the
whatever?
whole goal with everything in this cave, was to sell it for cheddar.
I'm just trying to figure out how much we can actually get for it.
Well, Grace had mentioned at one point, guys, that we needed keys. I kind of just figured this might be a key of some kind. Since
Oh,
it was
you know
in a
what?
slot.
Out of
something-
character,
That
I
could be.
forgot. Out of character, I forgot about that part. So yes, that is a reasonable assumption. That could be a key.
That could be a key.
How many keys?
2.
Well, I have 1 and 2 on the map. I don't know if that's
Guys,
all of
this
them
was
or
like-
not.
Maybe 10 minutes ago. How'd you all forget already?
Listen, I did get
I know it was
distracted
10
when a
minutes, but I
giant
feel
slime
like-
almost kills you.
It felt like a week.
It felt like a quarter of a year for us.
When you get bodied by something like that and you can barely go on, we got 2 options. Either we camp outside the entrance and just heal you up,
Yeah, we need to get.
because there's no
Gold
way
some
in
first
hell we're
aid.
camping in here. If we do, we're all gonna die.
I don't
Time
know
is
what's more
also
dangerous.
of the essence. I'd like to remind y'all, we might just have to take point.
You say time is of the essence, and yet we've been traveling for 3 weeks now. I think an extra day wouldn't hurt. Just to make sure he's not burning in his armor.
Well, I
That's
think
true.
since we're already here, we have 2 options. We either swing back, but the thing is, we need whatever we have in here to get. God damn it! This is gonna be freaking.
Let's just go outside and camp, guys. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I'll
We've
camp.
only been
I
in here
agree.
for how long?
It took you about, and if I remember correctly from the previous session, I want to say about an hour's worth of travel downward through the tunnels to get to this point. But from here, you've really only been in here for about half an hour.
I just hate to be the guy that's like, all right, let's long rest after an hour of travel just because we got hurt.
No, he's.
But you were traveling most of the day beforehand.
So
you're
is it closer to evening. at
you're
this point?
underground, but it's probably late afternoon, early evening.
Okay, I don't
As
feel
far
bad
as you
about
can, as far as you can remember, if you took the next hour and a half to go up,
For some
It's
reason,
probably
I thought
gonna be-
we had started in the morning fresh and then
No.
went down for half an hour, an
No,
hour
no,
and a
no.
half, and then like, all right, time for a long rest.
All right, I'm dragging Gold out of here.
Please don't.
Okay,
take me.
so with all that known,
I'm carrying
yes,
you
I
out
do
of here.
believe
Please don't carry me. That's gonna move my back. And it's gonna hurt more. Just let me walk.
that sounds like something that someone who needs to be carried would say.
I'm just gonna sling you over my shoulder and just walk it. Your back's gonna be no intact for walking that far of a distance. It's literally gonna be a fireman's carry where I just go like this and I walk.
I mean,
I'm just
if
imagining.
he doesn't
my,
want to be carried, he's probably fine.
I'm just imagining my lack of skin stretching and hurting more.
Yeah, let him walk on his own until.
All right, if he
proves
falls,
pain.
I ain't picking him up.
looks at the massive gaping wound in his back where there's just a
Like you can literally see my
collarbone.
shoulder blade
Yeah, it's
sticking out. Yeah, maybe like some
He's fine.
ribs are poking.
He'll walk it off.
Are your bones exposed?
Apparently, yes.
Walk
Yeah.
it off.
Can someone help me get this armor piece off at least?
That's what I said I had done. I did say I helped you get any armor that was hindering you.
Yeah, you did say
You
that.
took my top off.
Yeah. Hatch has got your back, literally.
Let's walk out of here. I don't feel comfortable discussing this while we're still stuck in like a dangerous frickin' environment.
All right, I'm gonna unequip my armor. There we go.
Okay, so you guys are going to head up topside?
Yeah, just to get some rest for him because he's.
I don't know if we head topside or just go to like that entrance way before the big hall.
I think we should go back. Our cart was near, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you not right up to this entrance because, I mean, it's not like there's a paved path or, a clear road here, so there's some wilderness. You probably...
We could set up a campsite outside.
Yeah, you probably set up a campsite half a day travel away, or, put the wagon there at least.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Works for me.
Okay.
And just for whatever it's worth, I'm gonna heal Gold a couple more times, just to try to ease his suffering.
Okay, so you guys heading topside? You heading into the hallway? Where are you going?
I guess we're just heading back up to the surface to the campsite.
Okay, you might have set a campsite or set some stuff up outside, like right outside this way, but like it's about half a day away to your wagon.
That's where we're going.
Okay, so you get up, it's early evening, so if you trek to your campsite, it is now probably about 1 in the morning
Okay.
by the time you get back to your wagon.
I healed you for 14. I cast 2 more level 1. Why did that one have such a much higher plus on it? That's weird.
So it's late, but doable. You get back to where your wagon is, where the horses are. You give them some food.
Is the wagon bed empty?
Yeah, pretty much, except for some like standard supplies that you normally bring. I
I
mean, you have to have some for this. It's supposed to be like a 6-7 week trek, so you probably have some rations and stuff that you wouldn't have brought with you down into a dungeon.
got you.
Yeah, like barrels of water and
Yeah.
shit.
I'm gonna try to make room on the wagon so Gold can lay on chest first on the wagon,
Okay.
so he doesn't have to worry about leaning his back on something when he's trying to rest.
Yeah.
And
you can do that.
then take a swig of this so you can fall asleep.
Thanks, Tomer.
I didn't say it was gonna be nice. I said it was gonna get you there.
Put some hair on your chest.
Listen, that's how we get rid of scurvy on my ships.
Was it an orange?
It's orange flavored.
It's just a fucking pineapple full of rum.
This is entirely out of character, but I just want to say, I don't want to hear it from you, Tomer. The last ship you were on, son.
Technically, it wasn't my ship.
Kinda.
It's not my ship. Not my ship.
As soon as you killed the guy, it was yours, and then it immediately sunk.
Yeah, really.
So technically, in the 2 minutes that you were a ship owner, you sank it.
You try saving the ship.
That's like that one logical fallacy in Pirates of the Caribbean where he's like, well, you see, the Black Pearl was taken from me by another man. So I technically was not the captain of the Black Pearl for X amount of years. And Davy Jones was like, then you were a captain, but a poor captain nonetheless. I fucking love Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'll take first watch just to keep an eye out.
Okay.
I shall take second.
I shall
Dang,
take
I was
no
gonna
watch.
offer. I was too
Go
slow.
to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll take third.
Okay. So, Tomer, I need a perception check.
Gotcha. Not bad. We'll do 15.
Okay. Strips of cloth with something on them across the wounds on his back. And then she pulls out like a small leather tube, pulls something out of it. You can't quite see exactly what she's doing because, the angle. I mean, you can clearly see when she puts the cloth on, but you can't see what she's doing. then you kind of hear her mumbling something and reading something. And she's going, damn it.
I walk over at that point. I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't know how to do this. This is not my forte.
What are you trying to do?
You see, she's got a small scroll. She says, I don't know how to do this. I mean, I know how to add the stuff on. I don't do magic.
Do you mind if I give it? Do you mind if I give it a shot? I will read off the scroll and see.
The part
Okay.
where it is practicing
the
magic
proper
on
way.
you.
Give me a wisdom check. Actually,
Accidentally cast
we'll call it
power
Arcana.
kill.
Oops.
Give me Arcana.
Oh, 18.
18.
Yeah, flat 18.
You
Oh, no. Yeah, flat 18. I don't have anything in
you start reading through this, and while you're doing that, you feel the hammer that you've been holding on to for your watch. It warms in your hand momentarily, and the words seem to pour forth from your lips.
Hurry up, Gold, join me.
What's that sandwich? Killed them all.
And as they do, you see a small glow, kind of slightly bluish, maybe with a hint of white light streaking through it, almost like watching lightning in the sky. Kind of just go over Gold's back momentarily.
Ajax hype.
You don't see any change that you notice. But something happened.
No, return you to
And,
Ajax.
and as you finish the last of it, and that happens, the scroll seems to turn to ash in your hands and just kind of be carried off by the breeze.
So the bandages are still there.
Yes.
Can I try to peek under one of the bandages, see if like
Sure. It's nothing that you can tell.
Okay, you should be fine. Just let him get. You need to get some rest too.
All
I don't know
right.
what the hell's going on. Shut up.
Okay.
It's only a flesh wound.
Other than that, nothing else happens on your watch.
It was also
I'll
a nerve
stay.
tendon,
I'll sleep
ligament,
with my back
bone.
leaning against the wagon, just right
soul.
next to Gold, just in case anything happens.
Okay.
Not that bad.
Leon,
Yeah.
on your watch, and we might as well switch here. On your watch, roll your perception check.
I almost thought that was going to bounce out and just
Aw.
right on the TV.
10.
We'll send
Okay.
you to see the gods.
Tomer is snoring.
Ajax is calling.
Tomer is snoring, and it is annoying you.
Honk shoe. Honk shoe.
But other than that, nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
Patch.
Perception. Okay, that's not bad. 19.
Wow.
Okay.
I saw the one right there. I was like,
You notice near the end of your watch that you start to hear some birds twittering as the sun is coming up.
oh, that's nice.
It's pretty. It's sunrise. But you know your watch isn't over just yet because you guys got to bed real late.
Oh, yeah.
You can choose to maybe start breakfast, but you still probably got an hour or two.
Yeah, I'll start gathering up some stuff I
Yeah.
find around.
Some
Berries.
blueberry pancakes.
Other than that, nothing important happens. And eventually, everyone starts waking up. Gold and everyone else, you got a long rest. Gold, due to your long rest, you've reduced one of your levels of exhaustion. And somehow, another level of exhaustion is also gone.
Oh, cool.
Ajax hype.
I can move again.
You're welcome.
I did this. I did this for you.
It was me!
He is dead. You put your faith in me.
So,
Forget about Ajax. I am your friend now.
It's like everything compounded hits him at once.
okay, so it is morning, kind of a little bit later morning than usual. It's probably already about 9 or almost 10. You're at your campsite. You're about half a day's walk or so from going back into the dungeon. what are you guys doing?
Changing my spell list.
Getting ready to go back into the dungeon.
I suppose I'm going to see if I can't mend my armor a bit.
Okay, yeah. While you're kind of getting ready in the morning and everything, your armor overall is fine. Really, what it was is the way the armor's put together,
The
the studded
seams
leather,
or
the seams, like some of the stitching, that managed to melt away and flap open, and that's what really exposed your back, and how most of the acid, also the acid kind of went behind it. It didn't damage the leather so much, just a few of like the ties. So you're able to, in about 15, 20 minutes, using some mending supplies, some random stuff you guys have.
Yeah, some like strips of leather.
Yeah, strips of leather to make it workable again. Same AC and everything. No lasting damage. You probably will want to get it tightened up a little bit back in town at some point, just to make sure that it doesn't come loose over time. But other than that, you're fine.
What's the plan? Are we going back in?
That's the plan.
We still need to gather those funds, so yep.
We got one key down and one more to go.
If that is a key after all.
Well, my back got better really fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
You can think.
But the scar is still there.
Guess you could say
It is ugly looking.
I recited it, but Grace had the scroll. So it was a half and half effort.
Grace, you used a scroll on me?
Oh, I tried.
I helped her.
don't really know how to do that stuff.
Do you have any more of those magic scrolls? Because I can probably.
No.
That's fine. It's a one.
That was kind of an emergency thing.
I take her hand with both of mine. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you for coming with me.
Do you say this loud enough?
No. I think it. God, her voice.
At least she's not excited right now, because then it's even more mousy and high-pitched.
Yeah.
No, I think it's kind of cute.
Anyway, anything else you guys...
Slimes are weak to ice, right? Those
Cold
ones?
and fire.
Cold and fire.
The
The
small
little
ones were.
The
big
big
one
one.
was
The
not.
big one's just.
The big one was resistant to a bunch of shit.
I just have
Yeah.
disadvantage on ability checks now. That's not too bad.
Oh,
It sucks, but not too bad.
That was
So,
poison damage, or is that different?
Acid.
It's just
acid.
all
Okay,
acid.
that's a different thing.
Yeah. so, if there's anything else you want to do before you head back.
Whine, bitch, complain. That's about it.
Okay. All right, so half a day's travel. You are back. You find yourself once again in that main hallway. And you currently have a green emerald that seems to kind of glow slightly from inside it, kind of just illuminating it. Not a bright light, but it's there.
I'm going to be going a bit more cautiously throughout the dungeon, so I'm going to take it slow and proceed generally the same path we did to get up to the fork here.
Okay, so which fork? Are you in the main hallway, or...?
Well, we're in the main hall now. Leon, we've already taken the right path. Should we go left now?
Well, I mean, not to sound like a dick, but what more is there on the right path for us except the
We
same
didn't
slot?
thoroughly investigate that room.
We also didn't check that fountain thoroughly either.
That is true.
We
Perhaps
could,
there may
We
be
also
secrets
know
in
the
the
big
fountain.
guy is still chilling in there somewhere.
We do know dwarves are good at hiding shit.
I don't know that. Now I do, because you said it, but
we can. Well,
That's true.
if we want, we can do the fountain first and then go from
Dwarves
Let's
are crafty folk.
take half an hour on the fountain there and just
Okay.
check it out.
all right.
So, I'm not going to move your guys and right now because you've already been to this spot.
Yeah.
there. That's fine.
So, I'll probably move one of you just so there's some better illumination.
That way there's floor.
No, there's actually 4. Because I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Actually,
Yeah.
here, I'll just do it this
Your
way.
favorite number.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
So, you're all now down at the fountain. I'll just move y'all because why not?
Bless you. You are blessed.
I'm blessed.
Yes.
Did you cast blessed?
No, I heard you sneeze.
Oh,
So I said bless you.
sorry. I'm used to you playing a cleric.
I know I am too.
Okay.
It's been quite a while
So,
since I've
all of you are
played Leon.
all of you are now down at this fountain. And you said you're going to take like half an hour to kind of look around it.
I'm gonna investigate.
Yeah.
You're going to investigate?
I have disadvantage on these checks, so I would like to assist Tomer.
So you have advantage, Tomer.
Okay. First roll was better, but that's fine.
See, I'll take a look at it too.
22.
Okay.
I'll perceive.
You will perceive
I got a 13.
17 on perceive.
on perception. All right. What languages do you speak, Tomer?
Oh, so gay.
So gay.
If it's anything dwarven, just know that it's been established that I can understand it. And speak
Only
it.
common and orc.
Okay. All right. So you look really closely all over this fountain. This was something that wasn't noticed the first go around because it seems to be pretty well hidden. There are numbers around this fountain. 5 of them. What you notice is that with your perception check, is that near each number there is a slight coloration, almost as if faded paint.
Do we see the
On one of them,
green?
that number, which is the number 1, is faded slightly green, and it is on this side of the fountain. On the other side, you see 4. It is faded slightly blue. And on this side of the fountain,
Wait, which number did you say was
4 is blue.
4 is blue.
Got that. Which was green?
1 is green.
1.
is green. Okay.
On this side, you see the numbers 2, 3, and 5, all right here.
Mhm.
1 is red, 1 is white, and 1 is black.
Are those accordingly in order?
Fucking Cult of the Dragon.
Not necessarily.
Well, which one was 2?
So 2 is red.
Okay.
Fucking hope not.
We're
too low level.
5 is white,
Okay.
and 3 is black.
All right. So I kind of turn towards Gold and I say, I think your initial theory with that emerald being a key is probably right.
What makes you say that?
Ding, ding, ding. This here, it's got a marking for 1 and a little slot that's green.
Do I see that there's maybe a way to insert this jewel into the fountain there?
Doesn't look like it.
Never mind.
Maybe you have to crack the jewel. Whatever liquid's inside of it has to go.
Yeah, but then also, if we crack the jewel preemptively, we just and it's not the case. We just have a
I think-
cracked jewel.
Grace, what have you learned about the this hellhole of a dungeon?
Hold
from
on,
the
hold,
appearance of that?
hold on. She pulls out the map. She starts looking at it. And she flips it over and starts looking at it. And she, on the back side of it, Patch, you notice there's some, that's dwarven writing. You know that. You know what that looks like. But it's kind of faded a little bit.
Get a squinty eye
Because
looking
because
at it.
this is old. This map is old, and it's over time been a little bit worn, so you can't make out everything perfectly, but you get from it. You kind of get the gist of it, and it says the fountain is the key.
I think this pretty much confirms what y'all were just talking about.
I think you were gonna say something more.
I was.
Okay, you had a dramatic
Mhm.
pause, and I took that as
Yeah.
a...
The fountain is the key. the back door leads you in.
Okay, so we've got permission to use the back door. Good to know.
Leon.
Hold on.
So that was Logan saying.
Wait.
The back door is the way in.
The back door leads you in.
So
Of course, I share that with the group.
I look at that wall, that far wall,
Which
the
okay.
one behind the fountain. The
Yep.
the back wall of the fountain.
Okay, so you look back there.
Yeah, I just want to look just investigate. I want to see if like there's
Okay.
anything that seems like it could move or anything like that. It seems because after what he just said, I'm just curious.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
You look and solid as solid can be.
Well, we got 4 more keys to find.
Yeah, the door might open once we add some more.
Alright, but I'm just not seeing how to input this supposed key into the slot.
Maybe when they're united together, they.
Well, perhaps it's the fountain's simply telling us we need to gather these 5 keys. It's like an actual key to a map itself.
Let's get them first, and then we can.
I'm gonna grab the stone from gold, and I'm gonna put it next to the map. And can I see if the light affects the map any way or form?
As you do that, you see there's a general layout. It doesn't have all the details. As you take that green stone, that emerald, and you're holding it there, and you've got a torchlight. As you move it over the pathway that went up and said 1, and you move it over where you found it, that area itself gets a slight glow of green. Whereas the rest of the map, even with that trying to shine the green, it doesn't seem to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
It's a magic map.
Magic.
So there's 2 things that I think about when this happens. Either we took the key from its resting place that is needed to connect to the other ones to open it, but I will only know if that's true if we go find the other keys, and if either they're in the area and they're not placed on the pedestal, and that's like the triggering mechanism. I don't know.
Maybe.
What way did we came in right? We got to go left and see what else is going on.
Well, do you maybe want to do that torchlight or that light trick on the statue where it has that green paint?
Yeah, we'll try that as well. We'll try taking the egg and like passing it near the area where he told us was green and said.
Okay. It lights up a little bit more green so that you can see it. And on the map, where it was found, lights up slightly green, even though the map is nowhere near the emerald.
So they're magically linked at least.
So number 2 is which color?
2 is red.
2 is red, 5 is white, 3 is black, 4 is blue, and obviously 1 is green.
So we got to look for red next if we want to go in that order.
Do we want to try going down this path here, across from the fountain? We haven't investigated there yet.
That's probably our best guess. And we can check the areas around the fountain first. It'd probably a better option than going off deeper without having checked those.
Well, we've spent quite enough time here, I think.
I don't think we'd find anything more in this room.
We'll go that way then.
Which way?
Down this branching path here.
So this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys start to make your way down that, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Okie doke.
So we will see you all in just about 10 minutes, and don't forget, if you're enjoying the stream or you just want to tell us how much we suck, we'd love to see your super chats or super stickers. Love to see that kind of support, and anything that you super chat. When we come back, one of us will read out in a funny voice.
It's funny voices.
Okay, well, correction. Almost anything. Use a little bit of judgment, Not gonna say certain words.
Don't listen to him.
Not gonna say certain words,
Hey.
but most general swear words, yeah, those will fly.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, if you want to tell us, hey, you guys suck royal balls, yeah, we will repeat that. Okay. But,
Actually, I am a connoisseur of the commoner ball variety. I suck commoner balls.
okay. Either way, we'll see you guys in just about 10 minutes. Okay, sorry, everyone coming back. Sorry, I forgot the sound. Thank you, Klein, for mentioning that. So to recap the little bit that just happened, the party has decided to take that the pathway that led off to the right from the fountain to go investigate there. I am currently using Gold's Mini to represent the entire party's movement, and will bring the rest of the party up to him if and when something should happen that warrants it. They dropped a torch near kind of the first intersection of what they found at the end of the long hallway that seemed to split up into 4 paths, one leading to the right, one kind of forward off to the right a little bit, one to the left and forward, and then one directly left. The party elected to go to the right, the furthest right, and that is currently what you are looking at, is they're looking that way. Additionally, the party has mentioned that they are going to kind of take it slow and cautious, and Gold has said he kind of want to, quote-unquote, dedicate his passive to keeping an eye out for trap-like things, or something that would catch his attention that this could be a danger. So,
I'm using my danger sense.
danger sense. Danger. Party Robinson. Okay, so let me know if and when you choose to stop at anything, or are you just going to continue on?
Okay.
Okay, so as you're going through...
What's
Yep.
going on with this wall?
This
My
dungeon's
passive
untextured.
investigation has been set off by the wall.
That is just the fog of war in Tailspire. It is not perfect, but it does work. As you come around, and it seems to be more of a winding path, back and forth and back and forth. You are coming through this maze, it seems. And
I'm ruining everyone else's dark vision by having my lantern on.
Well, doesn't that just extend dark vision?
not really, but
You worn night vision goggles during the day?
not really helping the dark vision with that. But it's okay because you all have regular vision, out to the distance of the torch, which
Nope, I
is
can
basically
only see in
about
the
30
dark.
feet. And it seems most of these passageways don't seem to go that far anyway, so you kind of see to the end of them anyway. As you continue to make your way through these passages and then around the corners.
And it's a dead end.
And as you get around this corner, you see yet another. It is just a constant back and forth. Thus far, nothing has really caught your attention.
Maze navigating 101. Always keep the wall to your left. You'll eventually find your way out.
Okay? And as you can see, the path just seems to continue back and forth, on and on, as you are going through.
It is endless.
Perhaps it loops back to the beginning.
Perhaps we will be on this maze forever. Yes.
That would suck.
There's not as
And-
much by the
Gold, you and the rest of the party are just continuing down this, and then around yet another corner, and then
Are we
down
there yet?
down another passage.
For 5 minutes. Could you
But
not
as
be
you
upset?
come down this passage, now something catches your eye,
Oh boy.
as there is light ahead.
Bloop, bloop. Passive investigation has caught something, Captain.
Ding.
You continue to move closer and closer.
The radar.
Secret passageway.
Way to avoid
Something is glowing. It's almost as if it is coming through the cracks in the stone of the wall in front of you. As if something beyond the other side is brightly lit.
Quick, Gold, pull out your blunderbuss.
Are any of the stones loose? I'm very weak, so
If you're
I
gonna
try to attempt moving one of the
Okay.
rocks, and I assume I fail.
go ahead and give me an investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah, see if you can find a loose stone.
assist Patch.
Okay, you have advantage on the roll as
Oh,
Gold is helping you figure it out.
All right, we got a 14 and a 6. 14.
Okay, it doesn't seem like any of them are loose. And the wall seems pretty sturdy, but it is old, and so there's a couple gaps here and there that are letting in light, but they are very small. But this light is obviously very bright, very powerful to come through the wall.
I try to look through one of the cracks.
It's not a very big crack, so it's hard to get a visual through, and the brightness of the light, as you put your eye up there, it's like you can't do it for long because then you kind of get blinded for a sec. You know, you get those little squigglies in the corner of your eye when you look away and you're blinking, and you're like, ah.
Do I have anything for this? Let's see. Well, there's obviously something behind this.
Okay. You also do see
Tober,
the path continues off to the left.
Loose?
I can knock it loose.
The path continues off to the left
hammer.
as well. Just so you know.
The path to the left is blocked?
No, the path continues off to the left. So you've got the wall in front of you, and then the pathway continues.
I'll give it the ye old college try with the hammer.
Okay.
Trying to demolition the wall.
So at this point, just so you're all there, I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys along. It'll just take a moment to get everybody.
Okie dokie.
Does anyone have a mining kit?
15 plus 6.
You hit the wall.
Do I have to roll damage?
Roll
also?
your damage.
You shake like a tuning fork.
It has a DR of 20.
Let me see. I think I may have gotten everybody. Yep, we have 6 people there, so that is everybody.
14 points of damage.
Okay. The wall shakes a little bit with the impact. You get a little bit of dust, but the stonework is pretty solid.
Those dwarves know what they're doing when they're building stuff. Shall we? I'm going to take a look around the corner real quick just to make sure it doesn't just loop around to the other side immediately.
Okay. So you are going to go ahead. Patch kind of wanders off this way just a little bit to take a look. And what you see, Patch, is it opens up in that direction. You can see that it looks like it goes to the left and the right. And you can kind of see in the distance here. Okay, you can see down this way how it opens up. You can see into here a little bit as well. And if you move closer to the actual kind of passageway here, you're able to see that, oh, look, there's another stone wall, and I can see the same kind of light through there. And you can now see a little bit further in the other direction as well, where you can see the passage seems to go in this direction.
Oh, boy.
This way, and then it looks like it's coming back up this way.
All right, I'm not going to stray too far from the group, so I'm going to go back and let them know that there's another glowy wall around the corner.
No, just keep moving.
Uh,
I can keep whacking at this all day, but nothing's going to get done.
I think movement is our best option. Feel the place out first before we try to make any kind of calls.
I mean, I can whack it one more time. If you
Tough
want.
part is if it is important and this is a maze, we might have some trouble finding our way back to it. But there's another one around the corner, so it might not be too important. Hard to say. We should probably keep moving, though.
I'll take your guys' advice. Let's continue.
Okay.
We'll catch up to Patch.
So I'm going to use Patch's mini now since he's already kind of in the lead.
All right.
So as Patch moves into here, you see that this room here, it is basically just kind of a room. It's walled off, and it has that one wall over to this side, this direction, that is glowing here or has light coming through it. You also see the pathway opening up down there and up this way. Which way would you guys like to go?
I say we go forward and see if we can wrap around and see what that blue light is.
Yeah, any path that seems like it might take us around the edge of where that light was coming from.
Okay. One of you, your pick, give me a straight intelligence check.
My int is 12.
Homer.
I have +0 to intelligence.
Yeah, well, you,
Wait.
Like, you really want me to? I can.
I feel like everyone else
Plus
actually has a
exterior?
+2 intelligence.
I thought. I don't know.
I've actually got a +2.
Then we'll go with you.
Now, you have disadvantage on skill checks, right?
Yes.
oh fuck. Oh, but I'm gonna help him.
Okay, so it's a straight roll. You start whispering in his ear.
That's a 14.
Sweet
14.
nothings.
Okay, Gold, you kind of figure, you know what? If we kind of go this direction, if there is a passageway that leads back in this direction, towards that glowy wall, maybe that loops around. So why don't we go and check out this direction and see if we've got something that comes back around? Because going this direction, basically taking a left from where Patch is standing, that seems like it would take us further away from the glowy wall.
Mom is asking if the internet's down.
Doesn't seem to be.
Go ahead and open a new tab and search something up on Google.
Internet doesn't seem to be down. I'm on the phone. Looks like it is.
Okay, well,
I mean, it's
that doesn't work too good without the internet, so
yeah. But
my guess is
let me see here.
Couldn't be.
Testing. Yeah, I mean, I can access Netflix right now. I can access Netflix right from here. So.
I told you that shouldn't be.
Okay.
at
Hey,
this
yeah.
point, the stream
Anyone
already-
watching? Just let us know if you're still watching, or if somehow the stream stopped.
Let us know if you're not connected to the internet.
In fact, we could just check my phone
Do your best,
real quick
even if it's
here.
through snail
mail
mail.
us a letter.
Drive to our house. Knock on our door. Hey, your internet's working.
Your
Yes,
That's
the
nice.
address is.
Uh,
Doxed.
And of course, there's an ad.
Our IP address is.
Klein says hi, so I think
Yeah.
we're good.
Hi, Klein. I miss you.
So,
All right.
as you are continuing to move through, I'm still seeing it on here. So, as you're continuing to move through, Gold, that's what you figure out is, hey, it seems like if I can get you to work
I
right,
think we
we
were
just
saying
go
earlier.
this way and then
What?
About looping
No,
right to
he's
try
on the
and stay
wall.
along the.
and go that
With the
direction.
glowing
Always
wall.
keep a wall to your left.
If we go
We're
that
breaking
way,
that rule though for keeping.
Well, we've already broken that when we took a right first.
Well, there's a wall to the left then. We just didn't go left the whole
I
time.
mean, you can technically do that with right. It just guarantees you that you hit every part of the.
but as the party reaches this point, okay, you can now see in here.
oh, this is so disorienting.
I know, but you can now see there is
It's
a passage that way
Australia, mate.
And New Zealand.
and a
Fun.
passage that way.
Whole labyrinth.
and-
Yeah.
That is the direction that kind of seems to head back towards where the glowy walls were.
We shall go in that direction.
Yes, towards the wall of glow.
All right,
Towards the
so
glowy
as you
wall.
head down
Was a
this
good
passageway,
Wonderwall.
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
you eventually come to this corner.
Today's gonna be the day that you stare at a wall.
And as you get to this corner,
No.
Stuff.
you see
Gold.
What does it
you
mean?
see gold. You see an inscription on the wall.
Can I read it?
It is in Dwarvish,
I'm gonna do
and
it and read it out loud.
it is carved into the stone and seems to be like painted like gold, like gilded. So it's like, thin layer of gold. Or what is that? I think that's not gilding.
Yeah, no, Gilbert is correct.
No, there's another, like gold leaf.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like gold leaf over the stone. But it's stone and it's carved into it. And what you see on the words is that right in front of it, there is a stone, almost like a step. It's probably about 3 to 6 inches high, somewhere in that range. It's not a lot, but a little bit. And it's about 5 feet or so by 5 feet or so. And it's right in front of it. Looking at that carving,
Gonna go stand on the stone.
No, stand on the stone.
If you, when looking at that carving and you're reading the dwarven words carved within that seem to be slightly worn over time, but readable. It says, to reach the center, one must stand.
I volunteer.
I'll do it.
Rock, paper,
all right.
scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
I go stand on the pillar.
I take a step back.
I just
Okay.
imagine he just teleported. And
He goes, yes, and it gets filled with arrows as he steps on it.
So Tomer,
Sacrifice.
Yeah,
so
I
Tomer,
take a big old step back.
as you stand on that platform, the rest of you, if you kind of step back, so you hear in the distance a sound of stone grating on stone. And the step you're on slowly sinks until it is even with the rest of the floor around it.
It sounds like you opened something.
If I step off the stone, will it go back up again?
It starts coming back up, and you hear that
God.
grinding sound.
we gotta leave
Just
Tomer
damn
behind.
Step, step, step.
I'll find you guys. I'll see you guys at the end. I'll be here.
Bye. Have a good time.
Hang on. Let's see. What
This is-
I have?
Do we have an 80-pound barrel with us?
What's in the bag? You got an extra?
We have an at least
You
80
have a
pounds.
You have a bag of holding?
Oh yeah, I do have a bag of holding. No, Persephone has the bag of
Yeah,
holding.
Yeah,
Persephone
but
has it.
Persephone's with us.
Yeah, but I don't know what else she's put in there over time.
Well, judging Persephone and how Jen manages her character sheets, I bet you there's not a single thing.
I guarantee you it's not on
inventory.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, there's not a thing in here.
No, she hasn't put any of her inventory on D&D Beyond. Other than the basics that,
It gives you. Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently in Magnus, she doesn't even have that. She doesn't have any starting equipment.
We will get her into the technology of the day.
Nope.
Are there any plants overgrown here at all? Like anything
see-
growing even slightly?
You see, actually, behind you, as you kind of look closely at it,
Polymorph.
behind you on the wall,
Yeah, the plant.
there is,
Brain dead
Yep.
mammoth.
if I can get it to go the right
Stay.
way, you can see
Plant
there's
turned into an animal.
there's moss and stuff coming through here. Like you can see some of it on the wall.
Now let me ask you this then.
Like,
If
you
I-
know, like right here and
Moss into
here.
80-pound weight.
well, could I? It says any plant I cast plants within the specific area. Cast a spell using one action. Choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. Could I like control that into like a vine that kind of holds it down? If I cast it on that and just kind of grow over it and hold the plate down.
How long does the spell last?
Oh, that's a good question.
30 seconds.
Let's see.
2 years.
Doesn't say. It just.
Does it say duration?
I assume that its duration instantaneous. So
Okay,
I
yeah.
assume that the plant
Yeah,
stays
so it would
wherever
stay.
overgrows.
Yeah.
That would stay.
If it's possible, I'd like to do it. If not, I'm not going to waste my time. Or if it's one of those things I have to try and I'm metagaming right now, let me know.
4
I'm
feet
just
of
asking
movement
within
for every
the
1
realm
foot
of how the
movement.
spell works. If it's just going to make bigger moss, I don't want to do it. If I
4
can,
feet of movement for every 1 foot of movement.
Yeah.
80 pounds of moss.
It's all normal plants in 100-foot radius centered on that point.
Well, I tell you what, them peat moss things, they're like 40 pounds, and it's not that
I
big.
mean, you can try and see what happens.
And we all
Well,
die.
can I create
It's just suffocating.
larger plants like that out of something like that?
What you're doing is any existing plants, you're causing them to basically grow wildly.
We
So,
could,
like if you had a like a tree, for example,
Yeah.
okay, that tree would grow the way the tree does.
That's how I was asking if there's any like vines or anything growing up. Like
And
any
really only
types of
moss.
roots or
Really, only moss is primarily what you see in this area.
It probably won't work then. We'll just leave
Yeah.
Tomer behind.
That's fine. I'll be here.
Bye-bye.
this seems
Stay
like a
safe.
bad idea. Last time Tomer got left, he got kidnapped by a bunch of evil pirates.
Yeah, but that was when Leon left him.
Yeah, but now all of us are leaving it.
I see no
Exactly.
evil pirates here.
What if it's a Minotaur pirate?
Actually, I don't think the pirates were the ones who kidnapped him. It was assassins, right?
He was in the custody of pirates when he was found.
Yeah, that counts as pirates in, I guess.
Oh, an assassin pirate? God, that's fucking gross.
All right, well, I'll save that as an idea on the back burner while we try to figure out. Is there any? Well, maybe we should have you knock a rock loose.
Is there any kind of spell that Persephone has that would work?
I really wish I had taken stone shape right now.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Persephone seems more of the spells devoted
For a long
to
rest, I
damage.
changed my spell
Yeah,
list.
it's damage spells, and then there's darkness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take-
Question. Is there any cracks on any of the stones on the floor?
I mean, some small ones.
Is there any way I can try to like dig my hands under it to try to pry one of those stone pieces off to use it as like a counterweight?
You could try.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna.
We're gonna
do it.
break the fucking mechanism on the floor.
I'm assuming it's a strength check.
Yeah, well, strength athletics, but
I believe in you.
That's a good roll.
I get advantage on strength checks. So I'm a 14. I'll do the
I
14.
think you get advantage on strength checks when you are
Oh,
werewolf.
never mind. It's still a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really seem to wedge your finger. I mean, these, as old as this is, and while there are some cracks, the cracks aren't like a big crack, like open. This is dwarven built. The seams between these stones are so close together that even when they are cracked, you're looking at like that tiny much. I mean, you can't get your fingers in there.
Gotcha. You can control the moss, right?
Yeah, I can
Sort
make
of.
it grow.
How about you make it grow from behind it and pop a stone forward? Then we can rip it out and then just stack
I
it.
will say that is a rather high-level spell slot use.
Well, I'm just
So
giving us
I
options.
can do that.
Unless you want me to stand here. I can stand here all the time.
Let's take a look around real quick, make sure that there's not... We weren't really looking for loose rocks before. Or anything.
Perception 10. Is there loose rocks?
You don't notice any.
I'm gonna look
I
as
don't see
well.
any.
Take a...
You know, guys, I'm not one to talk about puzzles and the morality of dwarves here, but I think they're trying to say that someone needs to be brave enough to sit here and by themselves.
Bye. Have a great time. I'll be fine.
Alright, well, Tomer very clearly wants to be left alone, so...
Don't worry, he'll be fine. He'll still be here when we get back. I hope.
Sure.
if we get back...
We round the corner.
If
I just get trapdoor.
it
No,
looks
no,
like your
even
heart
better.
is set on being
From-
standing on this thing.
From
so-
behind one of these bricks, one of those like rook canes they have on like Broadway shows where they just pull them off stage.
How heavy do the torch sconces look like?
Oh god, we're past
They're,
this.
I mean,
We're just-
they're thin metal
Never mind.
with.
You know, I wonder if I cast darkness, will it be heavy enough to...
How about the weight of my sin?
I
Can I
mean-
utilize the weight of my
I mean, I was thinking I could just leave the hammer here.
Just thinking that.
No,
I'm not leaving the hammer
it's not
behind.
going to be heavy enough.
Okay, I'll just
Is there any
unequip
dumb
my fat
spells I
fucking
have?
nuts. Plop.
No.
Alright, well, Tomer, good luck.
See you guys.
Yep.
See you next Tuesday.
I hope I see you again. I understand that I might not, but
Just go left. They'll find your way out.
I can smell you
oh
guys.
yeah, keep.
I can
your-
just smell you guys out. I know what you guys smell like. I can track you.
always keep a wall to your left. I tell Tomer. Eventually, you'll find your way out.
Actually, before we leave, each of you stick out your hand. I will take a dagger and prick each one of their fingers and collect a sample of blood from every single one of them.
Okay.
Thank you. Now I know where you really are. Okay, bye.
Wow.
He's going to clone us and make his own party while we're gone.
Just gonna leave.
They're all gonna be werewolves.
We got
All right, we continue then.
All right.
clone of Gold.
So-
His name is Silver. The clone of Leon. His name is Threon. Don't ask what happened to two. And we've got a Batch.
Match.
So
So,
they're going to say, don't ask what happened to Hard On.
oh jeez. So speaking of batch, you are again representing the party as you move through. You're kind of going back the direction you came down here till you get to that intersection right down this way. And at that intersection,
Tomer left it, now I'm primary tank.
at that intersection, you have the direction you originally came from, okay, out in front of you here. Okay. You also have this hall that extends down in front of you now this way. And at this corner, you can see it looks as if there's an opening here and an opening here.
I vote we go to the further opening.
And you
Based
can
on
see
no reason in
stimuli,
particular.
yes.
no reason in particular other than you can see some light.
I mean, I will be honest with you. It's kind of hard for me to see even from this distance because my eyesight sucks ass.
Yes, but there is some light in that
Pretty
direction.
good for eyes to suck.
Well, it seems like that might be the way to go. There might be more buttons.
I do love butts.
So, is that where you're
And
going?
on.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you continue down along that path,
The visual
and sure enough, when you
tells
get
me
here
yes.
and you look in, you see yet another stone in there,
Oh boy.
as well as
Split simulator.
as well as
Well, I can't-
another placard on the wall. This one looks a little different, but it also says, "To reach the center, one must stand."
In case there's any more of these and they offer a different challenge, I'll stand on this one while you and Leon and Persephone go ahead.
Yeah, all right.
Grace is your turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We could have Percy stand there since she's literally not here.
I don't think she's heavy enough.
Percy stands on the stone.
So Percy's standing on the stone. Okay.
Stay there, Patsy.
Seems like a good way to utilize resources that
So Percy stands on the stone, and as she does, you hear the grating of stone on stone in the distance, and this stone platform that she's on sinks down until it is level with the floor.
although it does not seem like a Percy thing to willingly do that, so maybe Gold.
Well, no, you could justify it this way. Like Percy's like, man, flips hair. I'm so bored of just walking in this walking place. I'm just gonna. You guys go on without me. That kind of thing.
Fair enough.
That's some good Persephone roleplay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm actually Jen in disguise. Pulls out
Okay.
the mask. I was able to attend the whole time, and I killed Logan for his skin.
Oh, so that's why I got horny staring at you.
Exactly.
So,
No, the reason is because you also got horny.
so now,
I can neither confirm nor deny these
That's my
statements.
line.
once
That's
again,
my
this
line. You don't
appears
ever say
this
that.
appears to be a dead end. So as you move back out to this hallway, you realize that when you went to the further hallway, as you passed this one, or as you passed this is just an alcove and there is nothing there. And then you have, once again, this hallway that was where you entered into this area. So, right here, oh, wrong way. This is where you came from. Okay. And that,
There's not
as
many
you are,
more paths
as you
there.
are now there, I hate it when it flips like that. As you are now there, you see this also appears to be a dead end.
Would have been a great spot for an ambush.
And the only path available to you at this point seems to be
The way
back in this direction from whence you originally came.
Well, I suppose we
I
must
sure
head
hope
back.
the others are able to find their way out.
So
I can trust Tomer. And Persephone's not far away.
If not, I can just cast sending.
so now as
Where are
you
you? In the maze?
as you are heading back,
I mean,
'cause
just so we can.
What's next to you? Walls.
as you are heading back, you know that there was only really one pathway here from this direction. So I am just going to hop you back
To a dissenter.
to the entry, basically, that you originally came in, right back here. And, wait a minute. There was more torchlight here before as we were coming through. But now, we have less of us, less torchlight. I can see a little bit of light coming through the walls in front of us.
Do we want to investigate that real quick? See if
We know the drill.
Now we go left.
Let's try to find our way to.
So-
I can only assume.
Well, you
where
still
the-
have that path.
You have,
Well, it's probably going to fall once we complete the path, I think.
so you have this way, and this way.
Okay, then we'll go right and forward.
The one,
Right and
the
forward.
one like if you were going to go towards Logan.
Yep. So you start going this way, like
Dead
this. Boop, 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 boop. And you eventually get to here,
No.
whereas you see around this corner, there is yet another platform and a placard with dwarvish writing.
Say the
To
same
get to
thing.
the center, one must stand.
Grace, I volunteer you.
Okay.
Grace, I choose you.
That's right. We have Grace as well.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, to be honest,
Dude,
Two.
it
We're
makes more
cheating her
sense
out
to
of her
make the guy that
destiny.
can read Dwarvish be the last guy to step on a pedestal so he can read
Think
all
about
of
how
them.
fucked up this is. She spent like her whole life wondering about this place, and we're gonna make her stand on the stone so we can go see what it has.
You have the hyperfixation on ancient ruins. You stand on the stone.
This is your map. We're just helping out. Step.
Yeah, normally
Okay.
I'd offer, but I do have what seems to be a semi-important skill here. So
I mean, I don't mind sitting here if you want Grace to explore.
So Grace steps up on the stone.
if Grace is okay with it, then
As she does, you hear more grinding, and then the stone sinks to become level with the rest of the
No.
floor.
You said you hear more grinding.
He said that, not me.
No, you also said.
You
I could have swore I
you
heard
now
say.
have two more options of directions to go. You have the path leading off this way and this path this way.
I vote far left.
So
Yeah.
far left, okay. So you're saying all the way that way.
You
So
can
going
count
off
for a
in
Minotaur.
this direction.
so wait till there's
Bless
one of
you.
us left, and then the Minotaur's going to jump.
The Necrotor.
So you're coming
It's
off
actually
into
only-
this direction,
Necroturd.
He's got both a high
and
strength
you
and
see
intelligence
a
score.
passageway
He's a strong
leading
man.
down in one direction.
One Direction. I love that band.
I hate
So leading this way, and there seems to be an opening over on this side as well.
I vote we go down the closer one.
Investigation.
The closer one. Okay, so
I'm saying this.
you start heading down this path, and it opens up to the right. And as you look, it opening to the right.
I'm
Come
going
on,
to dim
then.
down my my lantern as much as I can to where I can see just a little bit. That way, any light stands out a lot more.
Okay. Okay, so you dim down your lantern a little bit, and you see it opens to the right where it dead ends, but then it also, off of that path, it goes left. So, are you continuing on that way or going to the other passage?
Continuing on.
All right, so you continue on that way and start turning down this passageway. As you turn down this passageway, you immediately, at the end of it, see another pedestal.
Say the same thing.
Same thing.
Oh.
All right, shall I, or does one of y'all want to?
I think we said the guy who can read Dwarven should be the last one to stand on a plate.
Yeah, but I feel weird making other people do it.
I'll do.
Doesn't bother me.
Fair enough.
All right, so Leon volunteered.
Okie doke.
Okay, so Leon steps up on it. Once again, you hear the grinding sound, and then with that grinding sound, the stone lowers to be the same level as the floor. And you hear... It sounds like it is coming from the right side as you look, as you're looking down this hallway. Like it's on the other side of this wall on your right. Something heavy moved.
Take your foot off the stone real quick and see if it was maybe like once all 5 of them are pressed simultaneously, it's done, and we can move again, or does it move back?
The stone does not move.
Perhaps we gather our allies.
Yeah.
Gather our strength.
Okay.
Bolster our ranks. To war.
I'm sorry.
This place is probably
The
dead
old
quiet, so we could
gathers.
probably
Just-
shout.
You can always try
Stories are
that.
Interesting.
I'm gonna shout.
What do you
And
shout?
let it all out.
The walls are open.
Tomer, you're here.
Time to regroup.
Tomer, you're here. The walls are open. Open.
I just howl.
Time to regroup. Group.
I just howl back.
I'm not going to howl.
I don't know how
I
to
need to
respond to that.
Now,
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
We're out of
all of you are smart enough as a group to figure out.
You're giving us way too much credit.
I know, but
The puzzle
the pathway-
hopscotch back.
the past pathways you have already taken have all eventually been dead ends and nowhere else to go, and you have one path left to take. So it takes you a little bit of time to regroup and kind of make your way back together as a group, and then with about another 10 minutes of walking,
A long game of Marco Polo.
you find yourselves in front of a set of double doors.
Made of wood.
Stone doors. Big stone double doors.
I got these big
No
stone
self-respecting
doors.
dwarf would have wood carved doors.
Any self-respecting dwarf would not have doors at all.
Any
Stone
self-respecting
doors.
dwarf would have a blunderbuss. Where's yours?
He's
And-
not a dwarf.
Sure he
Much
is.
less self-respecting.
Sure he is. Just a really tall
And as
dwarf
you
with
look
pointy
through into this room,
Figure.
in it, you see there is a
Wrestling ring?
raised
We beat the Minotaur
platform.
and sumo.
There is a raised platform,
This is dwarven
and
chest.
on this raised platform,
Insight
in the very center,
on the DM.
That's a high.
there is a blue glowing gemstones, like similar to the green. It is emanating a glow, seeming from the inside out. Not strong, but enough. I mean, it makes it beautiful to look
I
at.
scrutinize the room.
Check the map over it.
Mage hand from Persephone to grab this ruby or sapphire
She
thing.
picks it up. It's like a sapphire. Yeah.
Cool.
She picks it up. It is probably about this big. Maybe, I guess you'd call that maybe like a large plum. Or
A
something.
golf ball.
Or a golf ball. There you go. Even better. About
There's a
golf balls.
10-pound weight tied to it to stop mage handers.
Yeah. It is picked up, brought over, and she grabs it from her mage hand.
The first time mage hand has ever fucking worked in a campaign on TOGG.
No way.
All right. Put it in the bag.
Well, this one wasn't as big as the emerald. You could, and it was like in the thing.
So the emerald it wouldn't have
I will
worked.
take.
No, she tried it. It didn't work.
I will take the gem out of Persephone's hands, and I will ask Grace to give me the map, and I will see if it does the same thing as the girl.
Over the area of the map that would be in the direction you went to get here, it glows slightly blue.
All right. 2 down, 3 more to go.
Okie dokie.
Can I
Surprised we
investigate
didn't
the
get that.
room to see if there's anything else that may be useful, any kind of loot or ancient?
Like I said, I
Artifacts.
thoroughly scrutinize this room.
Okay. So who's doing the investigation check?
Probably not me because I have disadvantage.
I'll do it. You want me to
Because
do it?
I am exhausted.
I am gonna assist.
Okay, you investigation with advantage, Tomer.
Oh, yeah, buddy. That's a 15. That's a nat 20 plus 3.
I think you should take the nat 20.
23.
No, fuck you. 15.
15. I feel like
Uncrit your
being
20.
23.
What you find in this room is, for as old as these ruins are, this room is actually in a lot better shape than you would think it is. Think it would be a line of dwarvish script all the way around this platform, like very tiny, but going all the way around it.
I grab.
You can't read it, but there's
Oh no!
writing
Don't worry.
here.
I'm gonna grab my best buddy. I'm gonna pick up Patch and be like, "Look,
Scan.
One hand on his head, one hand on his leg. Look at this.
Observe!
Like a fucking weed whacker.
it's a reed whacker."
Oh, you grab one of his ears.
Help.
No rabbits were harmed in making this production.
So if you take a look at the writing,
I can see.
it takes you a while because it's small and you got to go all the way around to get the entire thing. But as you do that, what you learn,
Look out for the slime.
no, is
If you're reading
that-
this, it's already too late.
is that this is dwarvish writing, but there's something odd about it. For one, you know dwarvish, you're fluent. The other things you've read in dwarvish have been, short, to the point, so fairly straightforward. But this is a lot going all the way around, and so you're starting to notice things like the pattern of speech, the typical like phrases used, and the way that they this doesn't sound like a dwarf actually wrote this dwarven writing. It sounds like someone who learned some dwarven wrote this writing.
It's fucking all slang.
No, you can tell it's like English. You can tell who isn't a native English speaker by how well they speak it.
Exactly.
Like they speak it better than the native English speakers, because native English speakers use 90% slang.
Yeah.
They speak English well.
Proper English.
But you're reading it and it's a little off, and it gives you that impression. But what it says is, you've solved this riddle. What about the others? How far can you get? Can you beat my devious ideas? If you can, perhaps you are worthy. And since you made it this far, I'll give you one hint. 5 must become 1 for the door to open.
Do you say that out loud?
We have to Megazord.
I think the gems connect into like some sort of key to open the door at the fountain, and they have to be connected in a proper formation, like in a proper order.
That makes sense.
So what color is blue 2 or is blue?
Blue's 4.
Blue's 4. So we don't put them together just yet. We got to wait until we find 2 and 3 and 5.
Or hear me out. Maybe this guy's an absolute dickhead and gave us a hint for the puzzle we just solved.
If based on what you told me, I'm guessing it was the Minotaur that wrote that. That's my guess. You don't have to confirm or deny that.
I don't speak English good.
I don't think the Minotaur could write in such small font.
He was elected to lead, not to read. I picked number 3.
So,
I picked number 3.
You don't even want to read them?
where do you go from here? Do you stick around to investigate more, or what are you doing?
We found all that we can find here.
We'll head back to
No,
And
no
as-
treasure or anything.
As you are
But
finding
yes, I read
these,
that out loud.
as you are finding these things and going through this stuff, your past perception, you notice Grace is frantically taking additional notes on the map. Like everything you find, she's writing it down and adding to kind of the history of the discovery.
question. Flip the map over. There's writing on the back, correct? That he was
Some, yeah.
I want to take each stone and pass it on the back and see if there's like a secret passage. If there's like any secret writing that's on the back.
Nothing that you see.
National treasure in this bitch.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Nothing that you see.
We need lemons, a heat source, and a clean surface.
Sound cut out again. I don't know why, because it was out before because I had forgot to unmute the mics. So I don't know why your sound is out now.
What the fuck?
It's mine now.
So
Tried to flip it.
let me. I forgot to unmute the mics. Yep. No, it's coming through on the stream as far as I know. So that might be a problem on your end. Coin? I don't know.
I'm good at this.
Because it seems to be coming through just fine everywhere else.
Grace, do you need more paper by chance?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna give her like 3 sheets of paper for more notes.
Okay. Boom. She grabs them and starts writing.
What do we say, Grace?
Thank you for feeding my addiction.
It's like being a kid just started playing Magic, a booster box. Here, kid, have fun.
So you love gambling, don't you?
So you, I assume you head back towards the fountain.
Yes.
And from there, you've already kind of explored this side, unless you plan on going back towards the big slime.
Go to the main hall, and now we go left.
Very well. So,
Before we go down, I'm actually curious. Do you think they would have been enough of an asshole to hide one of those stones behind the paintings, like they threw daggers at us?
Something tells me that...
That could be a possibility.
No, something tells me that whoever is making, or whoever made these puzzles has a bit more of a flair for the fantastic and doesn't want the answers to be so not convoluted. They want us to actually puzzle it out. That's my guess.
Can you imagine how much work it'd be for one dude to set up stone pressure plates that open up a wall mechanism at the center of a maze?
I mean, yeah, if they went through all the effort to do that, I don't think they're just gonna hide it behind a painting.
Maybe they are.
Maybe.
This is not Logan speaking. This is Leon who said all that.
I'm just simply curious. We should go down the left wing regardless.
Yeah, of course.
all right. So
Press
you're
onward.
you're back in the main hall, and if you have decided to continue up the left wing, I'm just going to grab whoever is here. That is
Right
Patch
down.
again.
Logan, have you been marking down,
That's right.
out of character, have you been marking down that we've collected the first one and the fourth one, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just making sure that we keep a good track of that.
Now,
No
Thank you very much.
Patch, as you can see here, you guys are now at the base of the stairwell that leads up,
To heaven?
and it is not a stairway to heaven, unfortunately. But you're at the base of the stairwell that leads up.
So you're on the highway to hell.
As you are going up this stairway, in here in Tailspire, you see that these are all lit. But in actuality, what happens is these bottom ones are lit. The rest are not. But as you step on this step and then move up one, now the next pair light up. And you continue up, now the next pair. And so on and so forth until you get to the very top.
Incredible craftsmanship.
Yes.
You're a wizard, Patch.
Until you get to the top of the steps.
It senses that you're O negative.
Where now you see that this is more cavern-like. It is not the workstone of the steps and the walls surrounding it. It is more like it has been dug out from the stone and earth around it. And up here, one of the things you notice is that there are some random bits of, old barrels and crates and things that might be broken sitting up here.
You want me to... I'll take a quick gander.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look in them.
See if there's anything of
All right, so
integrity.
you can roll, each individually an investigation check or one person with advantage.
What would you like to do, Daniel?
Sure, I can't do a perception.
Perception would show you what things are there. Investigation, what's used to actually search.
I give Tober advantage.
That's a 10. That's also a 10. 13. Consistency is key.
I want to perceive what's inside the barrel.
I want to perceive, not to read. I picked that one. He hides all the rest of the gems and barrels. That'd be so fun.
It's just the rest of them are all in that one
A
crate.
room filled with like 1,000 barrels. Good luck.
There's like a
Tomer's
letter.
like, it is my time.
You'll find it eventually, but I know you're on a time crunch.
It's
No,
just
there's-
fucking
no.
Minesweeper. That's all it
There's,
is.
there's a letter in the box, right? With all the rest of the gems. It's like, I'll get back to this side project eventually. Work in progress.
Losing motivation.
Losing motivation to hide these
Not feeling
fucking
myself.
gems.
You know what? I don't get paid enough for this shit. Here are the gems.
20,
Have fun.
20
I'm gone.
reposts before I start the next gem.
Just double checking.
Some dickhead adventurer took the 3 gems. I don't know where they took them.
Those bastards.
I got mugged on my way back to the labyrinth.
I got mugged on my way back to the labyrinth.
Not sure where the last 3 are.
Oh, God.
Oopsie, I'm such a Taurus.
Quirky old me.
Ooh, you gems right here.
Yeah, gem. Wait, what if instead then there's just like some dude at like a vendor stall? Okay, the last 3 gems right here. You have to pay.
Some blue fucking hedgehog comes up and takes the remaining 3 gems.
You'll find it eventually, but I know you're on a time crunch.
It's just fucking Minesweeper. That's all it is.
Yeah, so sorry to say, apparently on Twitch the sound isn't really working. It's not on our end though. I don't know what to do.
Twitch is probably,
Probably
bugging
just
out.
restart stream.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't need to restart it, but just a Twitch ad worked. Okay.
That's weird.
Just an FYI. Yeah. Don't know. I checked. It's weird. But it's working on YouTube. So anyway, sorry, back to that action. So you're looking at the barrels and all that.
Investigate what's inside.
What did you get for the investigation? 13? 13. You find empty, broken shit.
Donkey Kong came through this bitch.
There is nothing inside these. If there was any liquid, these barrels have leaked and long since dried up or been emptied. The crates that may have had things in them, they're not there, or what little is there is like maybe little bits of cloth or stuff like that. Nothing of value.
I'm surely not going to find any good booze in this cave, clearly.
I bring my own booze wherever I go.
Yeah.
That's our only hope.
As you are up here, one thing you do now notice, Patch, and well, the rest of the group, because you're just kind of representing your miniatures, representing the rest of them, is there is a bridge.
Oh boy.
A bridge.
Yes, a bridge.
What a segue.
As the cavern seems to open up, and what you see is that this bridge goes out over a huge chasm. And in fact, as you get to the edge of this bridge, that chasm is massive. You can even see there seems to be some other stone and dirt and stuff on the other side of this bridge. But as you look across, you can see there is another bridge connected to that same platform across the way here. And that bridge is going off through the darkness of the chasm to somewhere else.
All right. I have an idea. It's usually my go-to idea, so it's nothing special, but I'll signal with a whistle. I'll go ahead and go invisible, walk across the bridge, and if the coast is clear to cross this bridge, then I'll whistle.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Invisible bard does invisible bard things.
Okay,
Nobody
so
gets
I'm
it.
gonna move you all up here then, since you're kind of switching around what you're doing, and Leon's taking the lead,
I was just
invisible
going to throw a
style.
patch over the bridge and see if he finds the other side.
How long is the bridge?
Go!
Yes, it is yes. Long.
Yes! That's how long it is. Yes.
It is
So like
yes.
45
long.
feet. Cool.
It is.
I can do
Yes, long. That bridge looks to be about 60 feet long, 65 feet long. The other one, you can't really tell yet from here.
I have Tomer's shot put me as I use my jump spell to spring off of his hand.
Okay. So,
The whole like Dragon Ball bullshit.
so you're going with
I'm Colossus. He's Wolverine.
I'm
So you-
gonna invisible stealth across and try
Okay.
to see what's up. So I'll
okay,
roll
so yep,
stealth.
roll a stealth.
That is, hey, I rolled the exact same thing on both dice. 26.
26. Okay.
Believe it or not, stealth.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe it. I couldn't see it.
My heart. How could you say this?
Okay.
Almost landed on your pee-pee.
All right, so as you are moving across this bridge, okay, Invisible Leon.
Invisibly on.
You fall
Invisible
through.
Leon.
I
You-
fall through and die.
You get across here. As you get to right about here, I need a perception check.
Perception.
You find a sleeping green dragon.
That is a 14.
14. You see on this platform in the distance
Or is these all the
There seems to be
mushrooms?
a whole bunch of detritus. Like there are it looks like, wood and collections of fibers and maybe some, like trash. You also see two large tents that are kind of torn up and like someone had, maybe a little campsite here, long ago. But these are, they're basically rags for the, just torn pieces and strips. But they were clearly tents at one point. But a lot of the material of various things looks to be piled up in this area. You also, from what sounds like either side of you, but underneath, you hear kind of a sound.
No. Okay.
What did the slime sound like, by the way?
I don't know if I can know.
Squish, squash,
Squash.
macaroni noises.
It makes that sound when you take two fingers and stick it in putty.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's it.
The fart noise.
Yeah, the fart
Yes.
noise.
So
Just continual fart.
I'm actually going to make my way back across the bridge invisible
Okay.
and just kind of whisper to the group. Okay, so it turns out coast is not clear. There's something, I don't know what.
I've got an idea.
What's that?
leave.
I'll knock a arrow into the bow,
Mhm.
and I'm just going to shoot it into the bridge. Leon, how far about?
Into the bridge?
He said
Yeah,
yes.
to make like a noise to alert whoever's
okay.
down there. So how far out were you really?
I was on the other side.
What
He
did
was
hear
about-
exactly?
45, 50 feet across.
No, hang on. What exactly did you hear? What makes you say that?
That noise.
Now let's think about what might make that sound.
Hold on.
Is it a cow?
No.
No.
Well, I guess it could be if it were in extreme distress.
Is it a pig?
Probably.
Is it a fox? That's all for today.
The rooster goes.
The rooster, yeah, exactly.
Listen,
It
Patch.
most certainly does not.
You know what's the easiest way to deal with a trap?
Do we know it's a trap?
Hold
If
on.
there's something alive down there, do we really want to alert it?
I mean, are we going to very quietly walk across this rackety old bridge, all of us?
I mean, he just did it. I assume it's possible.
I'm also invisible.
Well, invisibility.
He
to
also
muffle
has
sound.
he also has shoes that make no sound.
Okay, that will muffle sound.
Mhm.
Yes, he's fine. The rest of us, especially Mr.
Clank.
Clackety over here, I'm not sure about.
All
I'd rather
do
just
what you
deal
gotta
with
do,
it.
I suppose.
I simply knock an arrow and shoot it into the wood roughly the 45, 50 feet away.
About where he was. Okay.
Yeah, to try and make enough noise to alert whatever's down there and make it come out.
Okay. Give me an attack roll to see if you hit your desired spot.
18.
You guys see this arrow fly and smack into the bridge, approximately where Leon said he was hanging out at. And as that arrow hits, you see these represent swarms of centipedes come from up under the bridge and begin to swarm over the surface of the bridge in that area.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, I'm sure glad I didn't give you guys the all clear.
Well, that's horrifying. Let's see.
So are they just kind of vibing there on the bridge?
You can see them. They are like moving all around. Some of them are like coming up onto the arrow. You see them like grappling onto it. Some seem to be biting it, and just kind of all over that area of the bridge. They're just milling around and swarming around there now. They're alert.
You know, it doesn't sound like a great idea, but low-key fireball sounds great right now.
But then we have no bridge.
That's what I was thinking. What about
You're right.
Thunderclap? I have Thunderclap. I could
rips the bridge off the other side.
I also have Thunderclap if we want to coordinate a double Thunderclap.
That works. I mean,
That's
it's
like
not
a shockwave. Is it? How stable is this bridge?
Roll engineering.
Okay, cool. Does my bachelor's in engineering and architecture count for anything?
No, real life stuff does not
You want
count.
to know what he rolled?
I rolled a nat 20.
Patch was a bridge engineer.
Actually,
Unfortunately,
I majored in bridge building at Rabbit College.
Unfortunately, you're not proficient in it, but
Can I at
this
least tell if it's
bridge
stable?
this bridge is made of
Jesus
wood
Christ.
and what used to be very solid rope construction, almost a cable, but it is definitely old. You don't know. You think it could handle
I'm
people
assuming
walking
this was
across?
actually an investigation check.
Yeah, which you're only really
So
investigating.
it'd be a 21 total.
Yeah, you're only really investigating. You know, right here. You're not going out there and checking, but you're investigating what you can get to here
That way we have
near the
solid
beginning.
ground, we have a big area
And
to fight in.
You're confident it could carry you, even as a whole party, walking at the same time across. However, how much damage could it take and still be viable? You don't know.
I could literally put Thornvine on the pile and you can just shoot an arrow into it. And when they all rush up and die, because anyone that didn't see it originally, they have to pass a check to even know it's there.
I was also thinking, what if we just start pulling them in small groups towards our side where there's a bigger area to fight in? And that way we won't damage the bridge.
Did you hear what I said? I just throw, let me do its exact name.
Spike growth?
Spike growth on that, and he just shoots an arrow. It attracts all of them, and they go through it and get hit. It's stabbed, preferably to death.
It's up to you guys.
Well, if you want to go ahead and put those spikes down, as long as you think it won't destroy the bridge.
Grace, what's
The
your
bridge
take on
isn't
this?
moving.
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of bugs.
Grace,
The spike growth only hits things that are moving.
what if I throw Grace over there and just let her have at it?
Don't throw me over there.
I think Grace is.
Or I'd throw you over there.
I'm gonna be in cave being thrown over there. I'll function up.
I'm going to play it correctly this time, according to how the spell is. Take a little, let's see, a little thorn vine out of my pocket of supplies, and I'm going to get as close as I can and kind of
Okay.
throw
So
it in.
how close are you going to get?
Well, I don't know if I actually need to do this for the spell, but
Well, what's the
for
range on the spell?
flavor-wise, 150 feet.
And
Well,
you've got an
so-
arm.
So yeah, you don't really. I mean, flavor-wise, yeah.
Yeah. It's magically inclined.
Why don't we just attach to one of his arrows and just... Well, you already said that.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
That
Do
actually
that.
would be pretty dope.
That
Okay,
would be
there you go.
sick.
Yeah.
Piece of twine holds that on.
And just...
Yeah.
knock it.
Yeah, can we just say it's an auto
Sure.
hit since
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a
it's
spell.
it's pure flavor.
Yeah.
23 to hit.
So yeah, and as it hits, like
Okay. spike growth.
Yeah.
It happens. Now,
All those little guys scurrying
you-
around and it started.
you notice, think of it like like a thorn bush. It's got vines maybe about like a finger or 2 fingers thick, and it's got thorns coming off it about that big, and some bigger ones, bigger spikes and stuff like that. The swarm, these things are about this big, and it's just like hundreds of them.
Oh wait,
They
these
are
aren't
just
big centipedes.
No.
I thought they were huge.
That's why I said this is these represent a swarm
Okay,
of centipedes.
That might change things.
I will let you retroactively remove casting that spell if you so desire.
I mean, does it work? Since it is technically a spell, it just says a creature moving. It doesn't have.
But
any
it's not a
indication of
creature; it
size.
is a swarm. It's a little different.
Creatures
Swarms
once
are creatures, but
Yeah, but it's a little different because of
Any creature.
just
not
how
considered-
these things are. They're not big.
they can get through those gaps in the vines.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't indicate that that's a thing, but
Yeah, but
if we're playing it that way, then I'm not going to use that.
Yeah, save the spell slot.
Well, you want a double thunderclap?
We can double thunderclap.
Let's double thunderclap.
I can just throw down a little dust tornado on the end, and all of them will.
Or couldn't you just do like a zigzagged wind wall?
I mean, yeah, that too, but this will continually hit.
I say you wind wall. I say you wind wall. Not wind wall.
Wind wall is also.
You could wind wall, and we thunderclap.
Idea.
To keep it clap.
That sounds like a.
Mhm.
I pull out some rations and I say, Gold, can you tie the rations to an arrow? Try to fire it into the
Like the cliff facing?
cliff facing, and see they might go after that. And then I can turn us all invisible and have us cross the bridge.
That's large.
What level spell slot is that? Like how?
I think
This
I'm not
one's
sure.
a second level that I can just cast Dust Devil and.
You probably won't need to cast invisibility on
It'll-
Leon.
it'll
I'm
kill
quiet
them.
enough.
I have to
As
recall
I
D&D Beyond because it fucked me.
Take this now jerky covered arrow,
Okay.
and I fire it off into the cliff facing up
Okay.
towards
Where?
our left.
To the left, so like
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, somewhere over
like
there.
down a little bit.
Well, yeah, but this is just a vertical light. I can't do the
Okay,
height.
I'm just describing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I imagine it's like maybe from their position 45 feet away. They would definitely hear it. Just rather it's enough of a stimuli to get them to move is a different question.
Okay. Well, roll your attack roll to see if you hit your desired area.
10.
Okay. It's not hard to hit a wall.
I imagine not.
Yay!
It has no dex, and it's not really wearing armor.
But it's a wall.
Okay, so all these dudes, you see the swarm. Come on, you. And. Alright. You see this
fireball.
the swarm, and I'm just going to put 1 there to represent it. All start flowing over the wood and the ropes of the bridge, and these swarms now are just all over this wall, this
Alright.
stone wall.
I then cast 4th level invisibility, which is able to make me invisible, Tomar invisible, and I'm going to make Grace invisible as well,
Okay.
because I'm fairly certain that Patch has a good enough stealth modifier.
Plus
and-
0.
I have a disadvantage on stealth.
Okay, then I'll give it to you and Tomar and myself.
Okay.
You have a good stealth modifier, Persephone has a
You
good
can just
stealth
go in the
modifier,
darkness. Yes.
and I'm not sure what Grace is all about, but
Guess you'll find out.
I will start to stealth across.
Okay. Are the rest of you also doing that?
Yeah.
I will need stealth rolls from everyone then.
Do we get advantage on stealth, correct?
If you're invisible, yes.
Wow. All right.
Oh, wow. Nat 20 for Grace.
I got a 19 on the die, so that is a
Do we
Wasted a
have
nat
advantage or
20 on an NPC stealth check. I love that.
You're welcome.
21 total.
Okay. Well, I'll go around the room to check. Okay.
no? Good thing you gave me advantage. I rolled an 8 and then an 18.
Even with my disadvantage, I still rolled well. Because I'm exhausted.
Right.
Oh.
I forgot about that, but I have like a +6, so it's fine.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
+2, but disadvantage. So I guess that would have been just my first roll, but that's where I rolled a 19 on the die, so that's fine.
Okay, so
21 total.
18.
Persephone?
Persephone is a 21.
Gold?
17.
23.
Okay, everyone did really, really well. As you all make your way to the end of the bridge.
Nice.
And as you are, I'm just using Leon to represent everyone for right now.
That's fine.
You make your way to the end of the bridge. You hear that noise and see all of these swarms, huge swarms of centipedes all along the side here.
Mhm.
And you continue to move. As you're moving up this way, I need perception checks from everyone.
16.
That's an 11 from Gold
That's an 18 for me.
and a 17 from Persephone.
7 from
Leon, okay.
Leo.
Everyone except Leon. Because I think you had the lowest one there.
Seems accurate. Seems accurate.
You notice from this pile of stuff, there is movement coming from underneath. And every once in a while, you see something seem to poke up. And
It's more bugs.
what you see in there is very difficult to notice at first. I
Giants.
don't know why it is not actually visible. It's too well covered.
I think I can distinguish them.
Yeah, I see them. Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Hold up.
They're supposed to be giant centipedes. They just don't have a model for it, I guess.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I use the giant centipedes as a swarm, and then I use these guys to represent Mummy and Daddy.
Okay.
As Mummy and Daddy are in here, two giant
With
centipedes.
crossbows.
No, they're actually
Weaponized.
Surprise, motherfucker.
two giant
Stay
centipedes
strapped or
are
get
moving
clapped.
moving around through there. They don't seem to notice you. Thanks to your amazing stealth rolls.
Let's just fucking continue.
You gonna keep going? Okay.
Am I able to like? Do I know that if I tried to whisper to the group, if it would give my position away, or
I'm staying dead quiet.
you can't tell me what my character would logically assume?
No, I'm saying
You're your character.
you are your character.
I am not physically in this situation, so
No, but you have to make that call.
Okay.
That's role playing.
You ever done
Yeah.
Lord?
Am I able to like roll a sleight of hand for it then?
It would actually be a stealth check if you're trying
Sleight of
to.
mouth.
Alright, stealth it is. Okay, 22.
Okay.
I'm gonna try whispering to the rest of the group.
Mhm.
Same thing as before. Since there's a rope bridge, once I get across, if the way is clear, I'll give the whistle signal.
So you're gonna go by yourself.
I scout ahead usually, yep.
Okay.
There's another bridge.
Yep.
Yep.
There is another bridge as you come around onto this platform. You see that there is another bridge, a longer bridge that leads off into the distance.
I know you can't see me, but I'm shaking my head when you say, well, no, that's metagaming.
Well, you could tap me.
I don't know Morse code.
Okay.
We can learn.
So, so what are y'all doing?
Well, I'm scouting ahead, like I said, so.
I
What
think
about the rest?
mommy and daddy are going to know what a whistle sound isn't coming from their kids.
Right, but then they'd go after me, and they would be distracted by where the sound came from, so you guys could get across.
Aren't you going where we're trying to go?
Yeah, but I mean, we figure it out, you know?
Hear me out here. Hear me out here. We do have
Stealth check.
Yep, exactly.
we have the element of surprise currently.
You're not invisible, are you?
No.
Then why'd you roll 2? Oh, disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
My disadvantage gave me a dirty 20.
Wow.
It was a 17 and a 14. Holy shit.
Suck my dick, Jason.
Fair enough.
Their perception was 21.
Next time on Atavar Ascension.
All right.
So what were you saying?
What were you saying? Yeah.
Hear me out here. We do have the element of surprise. If we wanted to take these two out, we're not going to have a better opportunity. And we will need a way out.
I kind of agree with what he's saying.
You can't see me, but I'm nodding.
I would like to activate. I'm starting this off right if we're gonna fucking go into combat.
Immediately lose our element of surprise.
Can I break us out of stealth by attacking one of the centipedes?
Well, I think
So-
we should all ready our actions to coordinate.
Oh, if we can all attack at the same instance, sure.
So you're all having a conversation about this?
Well, I rolled
I have
myself
not said a
for it.
word,
I guess.
so I will shut up.
16, 17, 20. 20.
For
Stealth.
stealth? Okay.
Yeah, and I would say, we'll get Daddy. You guys get Mommy. Gotcha.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys will enter in on a surprise round because you've all maintained quiet and stealth and they do not know you are there on the next session.
Okay,
Because we are going to end it here.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
So, thank you everyone for watching. We're glad you guys could join us.
Namaste.
And hey, guess what? It's Critical Role Night, and it is just time. You are probably just getting through their announcements right about now. So if you pop on over to watch them, and I highly encourage it, then hop in their chat and say, hey, we love you, Critical Role, and we just got done watching Atavar Ascension on Totally Online Gaming Group. Go check them out. We'd love that.
Don't
not
get-
shameless pod.
Yes,
Yes, but don't get kicked out.
yes.
Don't be mean.
Don't be mean. Be nice. But thank you again for watching, and we will see you this coming Monday for the next episode of Magnus Avum, and the following Wednesday for the new night for Tailspire Collaborative Build Stream, and next Thursday night for Atavar Ascension, episode 30.
29 too many.
29 too many, yes. Later, everybody.
Bye.